again. Back here, episode 4 of the WoW Completionist Challenge. We've got Iridalren here, ready to rock and roll. The last time that we were here, we were able to get the Gnarled Pine leggings that you see on this lovely character. The rare drop from the rare spawn right over here, Urson. You could see the check mark on the legs. We're able to accomplish actually a lot of different things in terms of like fishing and getting some materials. I have also off stream done a pretty good job of making sure that we have moving forward with the lunar event that's going on right now, the Lunar Festival, just because I know that it contributes to the completion of this zone. I don't really think it's that necessary. You can see here on our achievements, we've got a 77.85% for the zone. We have done the deer. I don't know why it won't give me credit on all the things, but we have completed the deer. We know the Karasang Wilds quest line is not something that we're going to be able to interact with here, so that's being skipped. We also have the daily fishing quests that is technically part of Darnassus that we will interact with. The Durotar battle pets, the Elwyn Forest battle pets, we're not worried about those. And then the Sagefish Delight, we actually have purchased this item. This item is in our bags right here, Sagefish Delight. We just don't have the cooking skill yet or the realistic means of accomplishing that. So I'm marking this one internally as completed. These quests right here, these daily quests, are really more of a capital city fishing daily quest accomplishment that I think we'll just kind of do as we go through this challenge. I don't think there's any requirement for us to complete it before moving through the zone. So the real challenge for us today is the Keen Machete, dropped by Thrillgrill. Something like a 1 to 5% drop chance. I'm really starting to question these Wowhead drop rates, and the reason why I'm questioning them is because it appears that these items have not been on these loot tables for the entire time that these items have been tracked, and so it feels to me that these rates are a lot higher than we're expecting them, which is really good for us in terms of our farm, but a little unfortunate in terms of anyone who's calculating that for their costs of the market. We also still have our branch and our cloak, which we had a second one drop and posted on the auction house to see if it would sell, because we think it's really nice, cool looking. The Keen Machete we will not be equipping and not be utilizing it. There's no reason to. But in the future, if we get something else cool from another rare mob, that's what our outfit will be. It'll be a collection of random items. So you might be asking yourself, why are there so many mobs in this cave? And you might not be asking because you might not remember, but I certainly do. There's going to be a lot of mobs in this cave that we go in here, where we accomplished our first death, actually, was in this cave. And the reason why there's so many of them is because we're actually still on war mode. And war mode puts us in a different space than most of the new characters that'll be spawning into this zone. And the reason why we've decided to go with that to start here is because there's no competition. So these quests take the beginning quests take the new characters into this area, and they may mess up our spawn rates. So for this first zone here, where there's really not a lot of competition, and there's no issue with Horde coming in here, at least as far as we're aware, we can take advantage of it and get the Thrillgrill automatic spawn right off the rip to start the stream, because it would be really nice to get the machete right at the beginning of the stream and immediately start episode 4 in the next zone, Darkshore. For the uninitiated many, the naive and gullible perhaps, Darkshore is our only option for the next zone that we'll enter into. And the reason for that is that it's really the only zone that truly connects to this one. Yes, the new teleporter because of the destruction of Teldrassil takes us to Stormwind, but we all agree that Elwynn Forest is a little too common and played out as a starting area for challenges like this, and I want to spice it up early. So that is why we're going to Darkshore. After that, though, we will be spinning the wheel to determine what zone we'll go to next, and we'll have some fun with that. We're going to Tiger's Lust. Get our boosted bleeds, and hope we get the Keen Machete here. What's interesting is the weapon that Thurgil uses is not the Keen Machete, and I think that's a little bit of a miss. Okay, here we go. Nothing. Okay. So now the question becomes, do we cheese this a little bit? And I think the answer to that is yes. It's a little lame for us to sit here for 30 minutes and do absolutely nothing. So I think what we're going to do is fly quickly to Stormwind, switch out of war mode, and come check the spawn. And if he's still up, then we'll get 2 kills in every, 25 minutes versus only 1 kill. Doubling our chances of getting the item that we're looking for. Oh my gosh, careful. Don't get motion sickness. My ability to control this flying is really poor. So this is the reason why some people might suggest that Elwynn is the only connection, because this portal here. But we're not animals. Also, I've been getting a cold. And my voice sounds rough today. You're just going to have to put up with that. The good news is that we're just mixing up the playlist here and the heavy violins to start the morning. Happy Saturday morning with the violins, guys. Okay, we need to turn off war mode, which is in talents. Yep. Okay, war mode's off. And then actually the portal is not up in the mage tower because Blizzard hates Darnassus. Clearly that's why they destroyed it. It's actually right here.
Unfortunately, the ship is currently under repairs. Its unwavering service.
It is nice having the druid travel form and just being able to kind of flip-flop our way through everything. Oh, there's a rock there.
A simple portal may not match the thrill of having the wind through your hair on the high seas.
Yeah, I would agree with you. A simple portal is not the same.
Your business unimpeded.
We like a good high seas travel.
Use this portal whenever you feel the need.
How about USA Hockey, guys? USA Hockey to the gold medal game tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Yeah, you're not going to catch me on. I will be glued to the TV. We also have a hockey tournament this weekend. The guys are playing in Columbus. This looks like we're going to have the spawn. There's no one here. I love how we just skipped those 2 mobs at the beginning of the cave by flying over them. Absolute animals. Just kidding. They're coming. Okay. We're in a bear form. And then we're going to do this. It's really these shadow bolts that hurt the most. When they're shadow bolting you, they really get you. Do this real quick. We don't want to get our second death. Yeah, so the boys are buzzing in Columbus this weekend. A home tournament. Which makes... Honestly, the home tournaments are a little bit disjointed for me. Why are we not getting credit for these kills? No loot? They literally dropped nothing? The home tournaments are a little bit weird for me because it's easier to get in the zone when you're kind of away from home and you're like forced to... Like, that's what you're focused on, but... we got 4 teams coming in. I'm really worried about loot. Like, I haven't seen any loot. I wonder if this is like an anti-cheesing mechanic where, like, when you switch to war mode, you just get no loot. I don't know, man. This is sketching me out. These things normally drop loot. This is kind of scaring me. But yeah, anyway, so the home tournament, playing in the home rink, getting able to take advantage of some tricks that we that we know about our like boards and the environment of our rink a little bit easier than our opponents obviously will be able to. Another team that plays out of our rink sometimes from Lakeside, from Salina, Ohio, Lakeside Storm. They're always a fun group to play. Very physical group. Like to play hard. Some would say too hard. I would agree. On occasion, they can get a little spicy, a little aggressive. I'm all for... Oh, there we go. Now we're getting loot. I'm all for contact in hockey. It's a contact sport. I like physical play. But, you know, high sticks, punching people, there's a time and place for it. And, like, we all have to go to work on Monday. Like, what are we doing here? Let's just do that real quick. These mobs are continuing to hit harder and harder, and I'm wondering if that's because we're getting more levels, but we're not really getting any better gear. So that's worth noting. But once we get to a certain point, I feel like the gear's not going to matter anymore, right? I mean, once we're like level 40, we're just going to outscale everything so hard that we're going to be able to equip our rare drops, no problem. Okay, here we go. We did get the drop. Nothing. Okay. We're trying our best. So what I think we should do now is we know the war mode spawn is going to be in about 20 minutes. So I'm actually going to complete the Darnassus fishing quest while we're waiting, because that gives us something to do and work towards our accomplishments while, you know, also not being like an absolute necessity for us to complete before we leave the zone. But it will also give us more fishing skill and gives us a chance to get some of the rare items that can drop from that bag that eventually we'll need to complete anyway, but won't really have another reason to like interact with it. He's around here somewhere, I could have sworn. There we go. Let's see what we get today. Stocking up 5 lake whitefish by fishing in Darnassus. Perfect. We're already here. We'll just fish right here. This song kind of goes hard as fuck. Not gonna lie.
There is a bad storm or a horde invasion. Perhaps you'd be willing to help me build up our stock of lake whitefish.
No, I'll help you with the lake whitefish. That guy's got blue hair. Do you guys see that?
It'll keep until it is needed.
Blue hair is crazy. You think these guys are bots or do you think they're people? You never know. You can never be too sure about the bot grind. Here's one. Okay, he's moving. Fishing is kind of a vibe. Obviously not for you guys, but like, it is kind of a vibe, I'm not gonna lie to you. And this music is definitely a vibe. I much prefer this over the kind of like the more relaxed, sleepy beats that we sometimes get. Especially on a Saturday. You got some energy, you know, week's over, you got some activities you want to get done. Throw it on. Get buzzing. Anything, any hip-hop with a violin, sign me up. You've never seen me happier. Throw a little piano in there too. It's like a classical modern blend. But yeah, the U.S. women's team took home the gold, and now U.S. men's is going up against Canada. So it's U.S.-Canada finals for both gold medal games, and the U.S. team really needs to bring it home. We have the opportunity to clean sweep Canada at their own sport in the Olympics. Guys, it really can't get any better than that. Let's be honest. Guys. Well, we're close now. We also have mail, so I think that's probably worth taking a look at while we're here. We still have plenty of time before the respawn is up. Because the other option that we have here is that we can actually start our Darkshore quests while we're waiting for Thraguro to spawn. That way we can get through some of the more boring parts of the zone. Ultimately, our goal is not to like gold lock ourselves or anything like that. We're just trying to accomplish. And I think starting the quests is part of that. Like, we're not trying to sit around and do something super inefficiently just for the sake of a challenge. Like, the challenge itself is to complete, and that's what we're doing. So, like, I've already left this zone to go to Stormwind and, you know, all the things. I just want to like focus zone to zone because it makes it more interesting. It makes you kind of appreciate the zone a little bit more. Okay, so there's the bag of shiny things. We got nothing interesting in here, just some bright baubles. Let's check out our zone. We also have unspent talent points that we need to look at. I think Primal Wrath was what we discussed as the best option for us. Once we get in cap form, it's in our thing somewhere in here, I imagine. There it is. So Primal Wrath will give us an AoE bleed that we can leverage when we are killing some of those opponents that we've run into. Battle Chain Cloak, no sale. Glyph of the Stars. We did make ourselves Glyph of the Stars, so we have access to that. I don't even know if we can... We can't even use it. Let's go post these two items back on the auction house real quick. Oh no, a tragedy. There we go. Okay, let's get out of this. We're not doing any of the crazy stuff. Lumberjack Axe, we'll just sell it for the normal rate. Carpenter Mace. 10 gold seems applicable. War-torn bands are not worth that much. Okay, the Battle Chain Cloak. I'm always just worried about it because there's the Battle Chain Boots. They don't match at all. There's just never any Battle Chain Cloaks on the auction house. So it just really throws me off. Let's just go with 5k again. If anyone wants it, they can have it, kind of thing. Keep the Sagefish Delight for ourselves. Everything else is ours. Okay. So we've got no war mode on. I actually feel more confident staying out of war mode and going back. We've got about 20 minutes till he respawns. So I'm going to try the deer again. I'm going to try hunting for deer. Maybe get some herbs while we wait. To my knowledge, there is no there is no mining ore here, which is just crazy to me. But that is what we have. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do is to figure out if I have the ability to chop lumber. And I think you check that at your house. So let's do that while we're here. And then we do have our Hearthstone up, so we can teleport back here to get the rare spawn. I just want to get the lumber so that I can start to craft things when the time comes to fill out the housing plot. We haven't also been to our house in a while since episode 1. I know that was riveting content for everyone. But it is kind of a vibe here. Why is our house not facing the front of our plot? Can someone... Please? Can we... Guys, this has to change. Thank you. Do we want it right up at the front of the plot, or do we want it like kind of back? I think we kind of want it back here. Get like a little walking path up, you know? Okay, there's supposed to be like a lumberjack. Like, how do I know that I can cut down wood? Like, I don't, right? I'm supposed to have the ability to like find wood. Maybe it'd be in my spell book. Is there like nature's resistance, elusiveness? This doesn't tell me anything. How do I know if I can find wood? Isn't there a toy? Housing, wood, lumber, axe. Do we need to like go to the main town? See, this is why you wait till level 20 to get up here, guys. Look how much faster this is for us to just like quickly get to the main town. I was running everywhere trying to find stuff before, and now I just zoom up here. Okay. Where's the guy that we get lumber from? Or like cut lumber down from?
Come as you are.
We talked to this guy before, the contractor, and he like upgraded our home.
See you later.
Lumberjack, here we go. Harvesting hatchet. Okay. Use your tracking menu to toggle this ability on and off. Where's the tracking menu, guys? Ah, this is the tracking menu. So we have find lumber on, find minerals, and find herbs. Okay. So it looks like that's just not something that we have access to in the first town. That is very important to note. Teldrassil does not have lumber. It does not have mining nodes. So, if you're trying to do anything with either of those, and you're stuck on Teldrassil, this beautiful tree that has burned down, now you know. Here we go. Let's get some mining in, and let's try to find deer. I just don't think deer are around here. It's the fawns, guys. Lots of fawns. We're just gonna get a lot of herbs today. Because... Please don't attack me. Why are you doing this? This is unnecessary. Because the herbs will allow us to do more things with our life. We'll get some money in the bank. Be able to... I'm in a tree. I told you, I'm really bad at flying. I'm like really bad at flying. Please don't interrupt me. Oh my goodness. I'm really bad at flying, and so I'm gonna crash constantly on this journey here. It's crazy how few people there are in Teldrassil, but I guess everyone does the starting zone, like the automated starting zone, and then whatever it's called, Heroes Vigil or whatever, the one that everyone shares together. So people do that, and then fermented fish. We're not going to use the mysterious spade. What do we look like? We love our gnarl pine branch or whatever it's called, driftwood branch. Please. Oh my gosh. There's a mob next to every single node we're trying to farm right now. We don't even do that much damage with our finishing move. There's a war-torn cape. This has not been collected. So we are going to do that. I prefer the battle chain cloak over the war-torn cape, so I'm going to keep it on, but that's pretty cool. I do not believe that item is worth 25,000 gold like the add-on suggested right there, but if that's the case, I mean, good for them. The other thing that I remember now as I'm herbing, that herbing will allow us to do is we get experience, pretty decent amount of experience going through this, so we'll be able to get to the point where we're killing things a wee bit quicker. How ironic would it be if we get to the 30-minute mark and we kill Thregil on this layer, and then we layer over via war mode and someone's killed it on war mode. Let's not think those thoughts, guys. Let's not will that into existence. We got Teleport Moonglade. That's helpful for some, suppose. I don't know what to do here. I do kind of want Moonkin form just for funsies, so we'll just take that in. I really have no spec in mind. I really couldn't care less about what talents we have. We have the ones we need. We have Cat form. We have Moonfire. We know that it's going to be a while before we can get Moonfire in Cat form. And we have the basic abilities we need to kill things, so, and heal ourselves if we need to, so. No pressure on the spells and abilities side of things. There are a lot of herbing nodes, though, I will say. So maybe that's the trade-off. If you really like your herbalism, your entry-level herbalism, your Paste Bloom, your Silverleaf, your Earth Root, but you can't stand the thought of mining the earth, this is your place to go. This is my recommendation. I thought that tree was running at me for a second, and I was like, oh my god, what have I done? I'm picking his brother out of the ground. He's pissed. We also have no quests. No quests left in this zone, which that's been a while. That's been a thing that has been a thing for a while, but it is a cool feeling to have completed a zone in its entirety on the quest side of things. So this zone up here is where you fight the big tree to end the zone. The tree that represents the corruption that the Teldrassil is purging from herself. Just how sad is it that Teldrassil is purging herself of the corruption? She's probably getting there one day. And then she just gets taken out. Just burned. And I actually, when I was on another character earlier this morning, just kind of doing some of the Lunar Festival stuff, I found Teldrassil, the Husk. I wasn't zoned into the Cataclysm zone. I was zoned into the current War Within zone. I haven't seen it in game like that, actually. It was very depressing. It like covers the skyline of the zone pretty heavily, and it's just this gray, darkened, destroyed thing. The one question I guess I have is, and maybe someone can answer it, or maybe I'll look it up later just to find out, is how was Sylvanas able to create enough, do enough damage to the tree to like destroy it? I mean, this tree is, we are living on this tree. She must have had massive siege weapons, or like, I just feel like a fire, like one fire alone wouldn't burn the tree, right? Like the tree has grass growing on it, so there's enough moisture. I don't know, there's enough moisture in the tree, I feel like, that a fire just like would be surface level only, not get to the inside of it and completely burn it down. But what do I know? I'm just guessing. So Thorgil should be up very soon. We're at the 23-minute mark. He's around here somewhere. We just curl up and around the back, and then hopefully we don't crash. And we can stealth in. That way we don't have to worry about these clowns and their high damage markers. You just don't want to get caught in stealth, of course. He's not respawned yet, but that's okay. We know he's coming soon. Just give him a bleed. Give them all a quick bleed. And then 1, 2, and the AoE. It's definitely going to help our damage output that we need for some of these mobs like this. Ferocious Bite still does nothing for damage, but that's okay. I'm wondering if these guys are no longer dropping items because their loot tables are like, we're scaled out of their loot tables. It's just interesting that they don't even drop copper. It's not like we're rich, you know? Oh, whoa! Starfire has a new spell animation. That's very interesting. Don't let these guys push you around, these Grelkin. They're pushovers. They also don't drop anything, so there's not really any reason to kill them, to be honest. But it is interesting that this spell has a new... I mean, look at that. You're really summoning like a ball of... like a moon... star blast, you know? It even gets bigger as the cast goes on. How cool. Good for balanced druids. I feel like they get love from Blizzard a lot. And by that I mean they don't really get a lot of love. They have the coolest AoE ability in the game. They have the ugliest form that they're trapped in. But they did get Glyph of Stars, and they are usually pretty popular from a damage perspective. So maybe that's a thing. Who knows? Maybe that's what we'll play in Midnight. I have been enjoying this druid, surprisingly. I'm usually a healer, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I usually heal. I love healing. There's something about healing, especially in modern WoW. I don't really necessarily love... I don't love classic healing. I kind of fall asleep while I do it. It's really not difficult. But unless your group sucks, and then you're just out of mana, so it doesn't matter anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter how good you play. You're kind of limited by the mana. But in modern WoW, it really feels like you have the tools at your disposal to, like, if you're out of mana... That is a choice that you can make because of the situation that you're in and what you've had to do to respond to it, but you still have options throughout that process. Whereas in Classic WoW, it very much feels like if you're out of mana, especially in dungeons, if you're out of mana, it's because, one, you haven't stopped to drink enough, which is just boring, or two, you have had to cast one of your two healing spells for long enough. There's not a lot of mana conservation that you get to engage with. And I guess there is downranking, which, I mean, fine, cool, downranking exists, Merry Christmas. But that is I'm doing less healing for less mana exchange versus I have an emergency tool at my disposal that does cost me more mana, but in doing so, I get a gain from it. Sure, you can make the argument that the emergency tool in Classic WoW is the higher cost spell, but it doesn't feel the same way from a healing perspective. People may disagree with me all day, but I've healed Keystone Master many times. I've mythic rated healing, like, you know, I'm not cutting edge by any stretch of the imagination, but I've cleared a lot of content as a healer in both TBC, in Classic and Vanilla, and in more modern iterations of the game, and I play all the healers except Druid, and done high level keys and mythics on all of them, and like there's something to be said for the way that you get to interact with the health bars and the game as a healer in the modern game. It's the best healing of any MMO I've ever played, and that's what I prefer to do. A lot of healing in a lot of games feels very whack-a-mole, and there's a level of that in WoW, of course, but especially in dungeon content, I love that you're able to interact. Choosing to interrupt in Classic WoW as a shaman costs mana that you may not have, especially early on. Choosing to interrupt in retail WoW is the right choice to make. There is something to interrupt, and you can interrupt. Or you can continue to heal through it, I suppose, depending on the effect, but the mana is just so restrictive in the Classic game that it makes things not as interactive and not as fun. I mean, you're a shaman in TBC, you put down your totems, you lose 10% of your 20% of your health bar, but your DPS do more damage. Great, cool, love that, happy for you. But now that one more healing wave that you need to get through the pack is gone, and that doesn't feel very engaging. Because the active choice to not put down the totems isn't even necessarily a choice, right? It's just something you do. And as much as I love Classic, don't get me wrong, I love Classic. Some of the things that really do annoy me about Classic are things like buffs. Casting Mark of the Wild right now, I can just spam it. It does nothing against me. But in Classic WoW, I cast Gift of the Wild on my party, I have to drink. It's not fun to have to do that. Like, oh, well, you cast a spell and it buffs the whole party. Like, you should drink. Yeah, but it's just time. It's just time. Like, it's unnecessary time. Buff up and go. Let's run the dungeon. Let's buff up and go. You know? Reviving people costs whole mana bars. What are we doing? Druids not having a revive? Boring. I also like casting damaging abilities as a healer. If I'm good enough at my class that I can top my team up and engage in globals that do damage, winning. We're happy about that. That's that's the game. That's the end goal. That's the end gameplay for a healer in retail, is do more damage. Right? You can keep the party alive and still do damage. In Classic, it's my mana regeneration is so high that now I can do damage and have enough mana to continue to heal. Like, okay, cool. But now you've unlocked access to doing damage. Before I could do damage, it's just a matter of how much can I weave in. It just feels more engaging and dynamic. I really just don't. I honestly fall asleep standing there. Like, as a priest, which I love priest healing in TBC. I think it's fun. Like, circle healing is a lot of fun. But I get the party's health bar's going down. I press 1. I press 2. Maybe if I'm feeling spicy, I'll throw a renew out there just to really keep it fresh. Thorgil should be up. He should be respawning soon. Anyway, rant over. Healing in retail is amazing. I did enjoy a little bit of healing in Final Fantasy. I played the Astro. Thought the card mechanic was interesting. The thing with the card mechanic is like something that you engage with. And like, yeah, it does more damage. It makes someone do more damage, and there is definitely an element of like usefulness to it, but it ultimately felt more like a chore. It didn't feel impactful. If you give power infusion as a priest to someone, like, you feel it. You give your little card to someone in a dungeon, like, whoop-de-doo. Like, 4% more damage or whatever it is. Like, it's really not that much. And Final Fantasy is fun, but come on. Final Fantasy's not this. That's not Final Fantasy. And that's all you need to know. Also, character movement. There is nothing smoother than WoW's character movement. Final Fantasy characters move like they're on rails. WoW is butter. And that's what I mean by the cat form. When the new cat form, like the way it hops, it's got the kind of hop step to it, and it just hits the ground. Oh, it's so smooth, guys. I'm like glazing out right now about World of Warcraft, but what a great game. Anyway, and that's why we're collecting things. That's why we're here. I didn't even do my intro to talk about why we're even here, so I guess I'll throw it in here. So what are we doing? The WoW Completionist Challenge. We are attempting to go zone by zone and complete the game. Reconnecting with zones that we love, that we have spent hours in for 22 years. In Classic, in retail, you name it. These zones have changed, they've evolved, the artists have put new things in, the designers have added new elements. So we're going back zone by zone, starting on this Night Elf Druid, starting with Teldrassil, and falling in love with the retail version of the game. And there's a couple of main reasons for this. One, obviously we have a deep appreciation for the game. Clearly, if my glazing is any indication. But we have a deep appreciation for the game. We have a deep love for playing the game, and we want to play the game, but what we have really gotten away from in all the hiatuses I've taken from retail is enjoying the retail version of the game. I just glazed about the healing, but I prefer to play the classic version of the game overall, even though I'm a healer at heart. And the characters that I play in Classic or any of the private servers I've ever played on always feel very impermanent. I don't really feel like I have an attachment to them. And obviously this is a new character that I don't have any specific attachments to. But I do have characters on this account that have been here for a very long time. In fact, I have my first character I ever got to level 70. Blood Elf Paladin, Exoic. Still in the same realm, Ghostlands. Still in the same gear he was in then. Maybe it was first character I ever got to 60 actually, not 70. But either way, still in the same gear he was in then. Because I made a Death Knight and moved on to other things, new server with my friends. But I have a deep attachment for this account. I've been playing on this account since 2006, 2007. And so just like reconnecting to the game that those characters are attached to, and finding a way to love the game again. With Midnight coming out, I mean, good for Midnight. I don't know how much I'll interact with that content. I will get there eventually, but just trying to find a way to love this game again. So that's what we're doing here on the WoW Completionist Challenge, and we are about to milk Thurgil for a keen machete. We are at 10 kills on Thurgil. Took us 9 kills of Urusan to get the pants, so we've already surpassed the Thurgil. We've already surpassed our ratio for a number of kills to rare drops, the record for that. But what we're going to do is we're going to quickly run to Stormwind, switch to War Mode, and then jump right back into this zone to kill him one more time. And then, I've decided, executive decision here, I've decided we are going to go to Darkshore and start our Darkshore questing journey and begin interacting with those. Because we've got a lot of time on our hands between the spawns. And I want to have fun here. That's what this is all about. We only really need to do this. And then jump back in. Portal is this way. Nobody likes Darnassus. They just burned it down. I missed the portal. That's embarrassing. The Stormwind Harbor honestly throws me off every time I go into it. I still really struggle with the Stormwind Harbor. I'm just not used to seeing it. Okay, now we're in War Mode. I am almost positive that no one is on War Mode in this zone. To get War Mode on, one, I think it's kind of silly you need to go to Stormwind to turn War Mode on. Like, why can't you go to any capital city? But fine. Or I guess you can go to the capital city of that expansion zone. So Dornegal currently, or Stormwind. But I think it's kind of silly that you even need to do that. Is this the right? No, I turned too soon. Why no capitals? Any capital city is not the option there. I couldn't tell you, but I think that makes more sense. But Stormwind is the hub for the Alliance, so fair enough. But the reason why there's no one here in War Mode is because the Night Elves, one, normally don't even start in this zone. They normally, most people probably do the new experience. And two, they have to go to Stormwind to even turn it on. So they have no reason to come all the way back here once they're there. People that do that generally are going to be just moving on to Elwyn Forest at that point. So I haven't had any concerns with our ability to get Thurgil's spawn when we're in War Mode. We gotta make sure we kill the ones that cast because they are the ones who do most of the damage. But luckily the bleeds seem to be doing their job. We also got a chest here. Could get something interesting in the chest. Looks like we got the black pouch, so we did not get the keen machete. Very interesting that these drop loot. when the other ones have not been. Okay, let's see what we get in the chest. Ceremonial bracers. We have not collected these. So for the first time this stream, we'll get to hear this sound. Actually, I think this is the second time because we did get the cloak earlier. Perfect. Look at that. Alright, now we'll go back in stealth and we'll exit here. Nice and quick. And off the Dark Shore we go. I'm gonna turn off War Mode because that's gonna be where we're gonna kill Thrill first when it's Thrill. I don't know why I keep calling him Thrill. There's no second R there. Thrill. There's no second R, and I care more about killing him in non-War Mode because I'm almost positive that when War Mode pops, we'll be ready to kill him. No one will be here. So we're gonna go to Storm Mode real quick, turn off War Mode, and then we're gonna go to Dark Shore and we're gonna start our questing journey in Dark Shore. That'll be a lot of fun. Oh, I almost missed the portal and fell right into the water. Absolutely embarrassing. There's War Mode off. Cat form in. We'll run down this tower for the 500th time. Incredibly repetitive. And hopefully we won't miss the portal this time.
Proudmore's finest. At your service.
Perfect. That's peak gameplay right there, by the way. So there is a flight master here, I believe, and if not, we can fly ourselves there. Yes, there is a flight master. Okay, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Take us to Dark Shore.
The mainland. We have hippogriffs constantly
Oh!
flying between Southern Village and Dark Shore.
Uh-oh! Our hippogriff is scuffed! What happened to him? Buckbeak, please! Come back! His wings aren't working. We're just running through the world. Alright. So, we have about 20 minutes on the Thrill spawn. We have some creatures that we need to love here, even though we've already loved these two creatures, for Christ's sake. It even says it right here. Deer and squirrel. We've done it. Okay? We also have some battle pets we have to collect. Very important that we get these. We have crafting items. Rumsy Rum Black Label. And Firefin Snapper. We also have Gathering of Mage Royal. There are 2 pet battles to get here in Dark Shore. There is some Dark Shore grouper that we can fish up. Some quests, of course. Lots of quests. Tons of quests to complete, guys. We love to see this. There's buried debris. And there's rare spawns. Lady Vespera. She drops a dagger that's worth 50,000 gold. I don't believe that for a second. That's why I put region sale average on here. I'm curious of what it's actually selling for. 5k makes a lot more sense. We also have some vendors selling some common shirts. And there's 3 zone drops. Shatterspear War Camp. There's the Shatterspear Torturer's Cage Key. Okay. So, we're 8 minutes from death. And we're going to start ourselves off on this journey. So, just tone this down a little bit more and we'll talk to our quest giver.
It is too late for Laird. He didn't make it in time. The last wave of night, elves from Alberdeen attempted to escape a couple of hours ago. They stayed in their old home, clinging to the hope that it could be salvaged. But it seems they were finally forced out. I fear many of them won't make it. But Laird did not. I am on quickly. Go down the coast to the west and find any survivors that you can. We're sending sentinels and hippogriffs down. But every moment counts. We need to know which ones might make it. Some of the survivors of this last Albadine attack are still trying to make it up the coast to safety. We only caught word that they were coming within the last hour. I wish that we had more warning. The coastline west of us is swarming with vile spray. Vicious little water elementals. We need to clear them out if any of the survivors are to have a chance of making it to Lord.
Okay. So, for the uninitiated many, the naive and gullible, hi, welcome. We are engaging in a quest here on the Dark Shore, the Dark Shore shores, the shores of Dark Shore, to save some survivors of the cataclysmic events. And there's some elementals that have spawned that are they're up to no good, essentially. And we're going to have to kill those elementals off and rescue our friends. So the shell guy is gone. We can't capture him, so we have to switch. I'm not very good at these pet battles, so I don't really know what to expect. But we should be able to trap here. Okay. Sweet, we got the shimmer cell snail. Nice, look at that. And we leveled up. Love to see that, guys. Big levels. Okay, we got the vile spray. Ernie's leveled up. Vile sprays need attacked. Whoops, I accidentally killed a snail off to the side. My bad, brother. These sprays are aggressive. We need to kill 8 of them.
I don't have a target.
So we're just going to target the far away ones and get them closer in. We also have some... Oh, there's mining nodes around here, guys. We are ready. We are ready for the mining nodes. That is big news. We're just going to rake everyone. And then we're going to bleed. Oh my. Just got thrown in the air. These vile sprays are very vile. Let's see what we get on the loot side. The mysterious satchels. Pants. We're not going to replace our Nilepine leggings. Nice job, Blizzard. Nice try. We farmed for those. And there's Valcor here.
Valcor's body lies motionless. As you begin to move away, a hand reaches out and grabs your ankle. He is alive.
These sentinels are helping us out. Thanks, ladies. Really putting in the work. We're trying to rescue survivors here, so any help that we can get is appreciated. Here's Gershala Night Whisper.
Gershala rolls onto his side to look at you as you approach, and you see a hopeful smile creep onto his face.
Cerelian?
As you approach, you hear Cerelian gasp for breath. He looks to stand
and Gwyneth
a chance if rescued.
Bly Longond. That's how you pronounce her name? I certainly hope so. So there are others that are here dead, but these ones are the ones we're looking for? That's kind of rude.
A whisper escapes Sheldon's throat as you approach.
Oh, these sentinels are coming to rescue them. That's very nice of them. Okay. So we've completed the ask on the shores here, which was to rescue the rescuable, and kill some of those Vials Tide Sprays. So we've done that. We're also going to kill some of these Tide Callers because it appears they drop a Buzzbox 413, which we're familiar with that quest from Classic, of course. It's interesting having done this zone not too long ago on my Rogue journey to 60. Getting to see how this zone is transformed is going to be really fun. I'm probably going to get a lot of things wrong from memory, but it should still be interesting. Okay, so this is the Firefin Snapper School, which apparently contains Rumsey Rum Black Label. Am I insane for thinking that? It says it in the... Maybe it's like a drop that can come from here? Yeah, Ironbound Trunk. Yeah, Floating Debris and Firefin Snapper School can drop these items. It looks like just consuming them completes the objective that they have for us with it, but it would be cool to get the, there's the Firefin Snapper. I don't know what it wants us to do with it other than have it, but we have it now. We'll take it as a win. We'll go back to farming some of these Tide Crawlers. Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see how things shake out here. We're going to Regrowth, Rejuve, Bear Form, swipe them up, and then we're going to go into our classic en deux combo here that we love to do. We bleed them dry, get the cast off. We got Iron Bark on. Tons of bleeds going out all at the same time. This is Druid gameplay right here. This is what we're here for. And no quest drop. Okay, so something tells me that maybe this isn't as common as we thought it would be. Which is honestly disappointing because I was really hoping for this to drop pretty quickly on our way back. But maybe what we do is we keep questing here. And we hope that at some point we come across it in a little bit more of an easy way. A lot of these quests are very flowy, so like going out of your way for a rare drop might not be necessary.
The elementals have been out of control. We have little hope of taking back Aberdeen without extinguishing their presence first.
Okay, they want us to extinguish the presence of the elementals. Because of the cataclysm, the elementals have gone crazy. That's the time zone that we're in right now.
Some of them surely would not have made it without you. We'll be taking the wounded to the main building once we have them all safely back in town.
Okay, so there's wounded people. See what I mean? Encrusted clam mussels. We have to kill these crabs anyway, and I imagine that the buzz box is going to spawn during that time frame.
Their wounds will be grave. Everyone.
Okay, so here's Buzzbox.
And assaulted by the elementals.
And then this guy is going to give us a fishing pole potentially.
The elementals hosted a toxin that is weakening their ability to heal. I believe I can concoct a salve, but I will need secretion from the
this fishing pole is not as good as the one we currently have.
Can you help me?
Greetings! I am helping Garnarian here try to unravel what has been corrupting the wildlife in the area. I've set up some machines in the field that can analyze animal parts and possible corruption agents. If you can get me some good samples, we can get to the bottom of this affliction quickly. The first machine is Buzzbox 413. I set it up on the beach just east of town. I'll need you to gather some flesh from the nearby corrupted tide crawlers and bring it to the machine so that I can analyze it.
Between both rides and building, I am exhausted and hungry. You know what sounds tasty. Fish sound delicious. Dark Shore is known for its grouper. If you fish me up, son, I'll make it worth your time.
Okay. So, again, here we are, again, utilizing our skills to help cleanse corruptions and investigate corruptions. We already are the Sherlock Holmes of corruption investigators from our time on Teldrassil. We correctly identified with the help of a hot dryad that Teldrassil herself was cleansing her own corruption And we were going to assist her in doing so by purging the corruption that was pushed out of her like a bad infection onto the surface. So now here we are in Darkshore dealing with angry elementals, fine, tolerable, and corrupted wildlife. And we got to figure out what's causing the corruption here. Obviously, there's no tree purging itself here on Darkshore. And hopefully in this investigation, we will again get a sexy dryad helper to help us complete our tasks. Because everything is easier with a sexy assistant. Period. Life is just happier with an attractive assistant, I think. CEOs do it. Sherlock Holmes didn't do it. But maybe someone else has. I guess Batman doesn't have a sexy assistant either, now that I think about it. Maybe it's not a necessity. Maybe it's just a nice to have for some people. Who knows? Okay, so we're going to get these encrusted mussels to check out what's going on with them. We're also going to get some corrupted tide crawler flesh from these crabs, because they are corrupted, and we need to figure out why. They don't take any damage. They're very tanky. Killing them takes a while. They also don't like to drop anything. Except for the Dwarven Hatchet. Add that to our collection. Boom. Let's go, guys. We only have 2 of the flesh that we need. Get the clear casting, makes swipe free. Huge. We don't have an AoE bite yet, but I guess that's not that important. There's some more flesh. Way to go. The only thing we're missing here is the Darkshore Grouper, which we will be able to fish up. There's also Buzzbox 413. Right there. Do we have tracking on fish? Maybe we have to earn fish tracking?
Buzzbox 413.
There's the Buzzbox.
The machine crackles loudly, and then whiz-bang static
Okay.
becomes audible.
There's oily blackmouths. But we don't need oily blackmouths right now. What is this teleporter? What is Bella Meth? I don't want to go there. Okay, Thrill is about to spawn, so what we're going to do is we're going to fish these groupers up a little bit. And then go back to Thrill. Thrill. Whatever his name is.
Most likely a bear. Search the beach for a bear carcass for me. Slightly east of there would make the most sense.
Okay.
On the inland side of the beach. Bring me the sample back at town.
Maybe we need to find a school. Just fly around real quick and find a school. There's the Vile Terror. Holy shit, that thing's huge. There's oily blackmouths. These things sell for 4 gold a pop? That's crazy. Look at the arrows raining down from these sentinels on these. They really are getting attacked by the elementals here. I don't like that. There's another grouper. Almost time to get back to our man. Get a kill in. Down with the Vile Spray. Just look at this scenic view here. And like Teldrassil is like obviously cut off in the distance here, but it's like this big. Instead of this big, it's like this big on the shoreline. Like it's really been shrunk down because of the burning. It just got husked up basically. Okay, we're gonna turn in this quest. Yeah, let's turn in this quest real quick.
Jonathan's belly rumbles as you approach. Couldn't have said it better with words. It looks like fishing's your thing. My belly appreciates the gift. I am thinking you would get.
Oh my god, our hippogriff is still bugged!
Have at it.
We got a broken buck beak. We're not in war mode, are we? Nope. Okay, that's big. Look at that storm off in the distance. Really kind of a dull skybox here. Nothing to look at. Just the moon and the red star. Illidan out there fighting Sargeras for eternity. Hopefully, that doesn't ever become a problem for us with Sargeras coming back, because that would be a travesty. But, let's be honest. Okay, so we're here. Now we gotta go get through Gale. Gotta stay on track here. Easy to get distracted. Easy to get distracted when you're trying to get the keen machete. I just really want to stay close to it. It's easy to lose track. It's easy to move on. And this is a big priority for us. Oh, we're getting this flight down. We're starting to learn it. Oh my god, did I miss the entrance? Yes, I did. We're gonna run out of sprint before we even get inside. No one is here this morning. This farm is free. We are so getting it this morning, guys. This stream, we're getting Keen Machete for sure. Like, I have no doubts in my mind that we're getting Keen Machete off the rip. Maybe even this pull right here. The confidence is higher than ever. You've never seen me like this. I'm in a flow state. Episode 4. Keen Machete. Please. He's gonna die. He's dead. The bleeds are too strong. It's just a small pouch! Ah! Damn. It's okay, we get War Mode. War Mode's been good to us. War Mode's been good to us. War Mode's been good to us. We gotta remember that War Mode has been good to us. We've been getting spoiled by War Mode. Why am I still in combat? Ah, because I have Fairy Fire on me. War Mode has treated us like kings. Dropping the Gnarlpine leggings? Elite. Okay, well, that's just unfair that you saw me in stealth like that. I also left the shittiest bleed on both of them. But it's fine. Oh, and he's going to Fairy Fire me, so I can't go invisible. It's fine. Don't run away from me. You can't interrupt my flow state and then cause a problem like that. Okay. War Mode, here we come. This is crucial. Crucial work here, guys. Okay, we're off. Let's get this flight moving here. Gotta have perfect flight. Perfect energy. Perfect flow. Wings beating. Oh! Look at that. Perfect spiral between the trees. Keep the wings tucked. Absolutely getting this path down here. Oh, no. Failure. Big error there. And then we hit the gap. And then we're off again. Right into the portal. Just like this. Oh my god, we missed. And we missed again. Someone help me. I don't have the click fingers. I have to click quicker. I'm gonna do this. Okay, War Mode on. Boom, we're locked in. Of course for the Alliance. The Alliance is the superior faction. Anyone that disagrees is a disagreeer. Just easy money right now. Here we go. War Mode.
Trinkets, yes.
War Mode through Gale. Kill number 12, I believe. Yep. Kill number 12 coming in. Keen Machete drop. Absolute necessity here. Number 12. Absolute necessity. Here we go. Just gotta find our way. Cat form. Stealth mode. I missed it again, didn't I? Yep. I always go just a smidge too far. Okay. Thragill. And the rascal sprites of Fell Rock. Please. He's not here. Whoa. Because war mode's on. War mode's on. He's not here yet. Maybe he hasn't spawned yet? We did kill the other one first. Let's see if we can get him to respawn here in like 5 minutes. If not, someone else may be on the grind. And that would be disappointing, but... Okay, there's a level. We'd love to see that. He does have the ability to spawn down in that cave, but usually if we're in this area, we'll be notified. Let's see what talent points we have available to us. So we have Iron Fur. I don't really have any interest in Iron Fur, to be honest. We do have Moonkin form. We talked about that before. I think that's our vibe. I don't see any reason to not have it. Okay, we're getting attacked. This is a scam. Look at this little crackhead. He's just mad at the world, and we're not. Okay, let's take a look at this talent. So we got Moonkin form now? Are we allowed to accept that? Yeah, we are. Let's take a look at the new Moonkin form. I really haven't spent a lot of time with it, so let's gander here. Okay. He moves like the ogre skeleton. Or at least that's how I imagine the ogre skeleton would move. Like an updated ogre skeleton. And the reason why I say he moves like the ogre skeleton is because the jumping animation. Wait, haven't they always been the ogre skeleton? Haven't Moonkin always been the ogre skeleton? I think that's actually the case. So hold on, our spell bar's messed up here. We're missing Starfire. We're also missing Wrath. Okay, so like let's see how this thing casts. Okay, that's just absolutely insane. Look at him. And there's okay, we know about that. What about, okay. Just a quick heal. Interesting. I like the vine animations. Like look at the vines coming up from the ground. Okay, let's give it a quick blast here. Yeah, wow, this thing's kind of slinging him. I respect it. Now this is the Starfire. Obviously we do no damage in this form. There's our roots. There's Thragill right there. Okay, we were right. The spawn. It was a spawn rate issue. We were a little too quick. Now we're back in Cat. We'll give him the classic bleed, and then we'll come over here and do the same to this guy. That's the kind of man Jesse James was. Get the bite. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Okay, for good luck. We're going Moonkin. Good luck for Moonkin. Let's do a quick twist. Alright. Yep. There it is. Boom. We do the spin. Here we go. Keen Machete right here. Damn it! We tried our best, guys. We tried the Moonkin form. No luck on the Moonkin form. That's not the vibe, I guess. Never going Moonkin form to loot again. Kill number 12. Unsuccessful on Thragill. And back to Darkshore questing it is. Really just an unfortunate outcome for everyone. We've got about 8 minutes on his spawn. So we're going to go back to Stormwind real quick, reset to non-war mode. And then come back to Darkshore. I really got to stop missing the portals, guys. This is embarrassing. The other thing I'm really excited for that's coming out this year, or coming out here shortly, is the F1 season. They're doing their testing right now. Like, the F1 season's going to be... I had a little bug there making it think that I was not in war mode when I wasn't, but then the game told me I opted out, so I'm on the right track. No, I'm really excited for the Formula 1 season. I'm a big GM guy. I've had Chevys for most of my adult life. A couple trucks. Grandfather was a big Cadillac guy. My dad was more of a BMW Porsche guy, but love and follow Chevy and on the GM brand pretty closely, and they've been kicking ass. They've been kicking Ford's ass over the last couple years. So really excited that Cadillac has an F1 team. They've also got 2 veteran drivers that I really enjoy kind of their personalities and their approach to the sport. So really excited to have Cadillac on the grid. I'm don't really have a team. I've been a kind of a Williams, a rooter for of the Williams car since I joined, just because I really like their kind of small family approach, and then they sold things off. Obviously, our hippogriff is still busted completely, and so I've rooted for Williams, but like I don't have any like emotional attachment to Williams, so I'm really looking forward to forming a bond with a team that I have a deeper connection to. I have some friends that have teams that they are really connected with. Like my one friend is a really big Honda guy. His family works for Honda in different capacities, and he spent a lot of time around Honda just as a brand. So he roots for whatever team has Honda affiliation. So he's been a Red Bull fan, and now he's switching over to Aston Martin, although early season testing doesn't look great for Aston Martin, but I'm sure they'll figure it out with Newey at the helm of the engineering department. Either way, looking forward to having a team to root for. That livery looks so clean, that Cadillac livery. The split black and white looks really, really good. I was hoping they'd add some gold, like that they use for their Lyric branding, but alas, not the case. Maybe they'll do it in the future when they get a... Or they'll decide to change their colors up next season when they have a title sponsor. But for right now, they're doing their thing, and we're rooting for them regardless. So this is going to be a new item for us, the Diver's Cord.
I suspect they will want to thank you personally should they recover. So perhaps you can stop by later on.
We also have to find the foul bear carcass out here. Doesn't appear that we have other quests to attend to in this area. So I'm not going to be flip-flapping and flying through everything around the zone again. The point of this quest chain is to appreciate the journey that we're on here. So we're going to kind of keep an eye out on things. We're obviously going to be looking for some of these battle pets that we need to engage with. There's the Darkshore Cub that we need to find. And there's mining and other things that we do not have yet that we need to access. So we're just going to be enjoying the movement through the zone. We will be flying to skip certain parts, of course, and to just like generally make things a little bit quicker. But overall, my preference is to avoid flying as we're kind of exploring and going through our questing journey, and save the flying part for the, farming specific items or trying to find specific items once we've completed the entry level into the zone.
This definitely looks like the stuff they were eating. Let me take a closer peek.
So really just one quest right now. Usually I'm used to having several, but... So that is a squirrel. The game claims we have not loved a squirrel, even though we know we have. So we have loved one.
23 is near the waterfalls to the east. It is going to be messy work.
Okay.
But it is necessary. I'll need you to bring some fresh bear guts to that fuzz box for analysis. We'll go from there once I have the information.
These are dusk rats. We need corrupted bear. So again, we're investigating the corruption here, and we're going to be taking some of these carcasses over for analysis, but we have to get the carcasses themselves first from the bears. So that is what we are doing. We need to find the Dark Shore cub at some point. Looks like this bear didn't appreciate me attacking this bear. So now it's a 2 bears on 1 cat kind of battle. I'm being honest with you. Grizzly bear versus panther in real life. Grizzly bear's taking that 10 times out of 10. Those things are huge. Okay, we got the bear meat. But no guts. We need the guts. Oh, and the cubs. The cubs will run away. Good. We don't need to kill the cubs if we don't want, if we don't need to. It's fine by me. We just need guts, guys. That's all we need. Think strategically about your choices. Please drop your guts. That's all we want. All we want is guts. It's the only thing we're here for. Come on. Tiger's Fury giving us the damage. Oh no! Don't watch your mother die. Oh. Okay. There's some guts. Also, it looks like a mining node. First mining node we found in the game. That we've actually mined. We found some in this zone already, but first one we've mined. Look at that. New animation. Boom. We got it. The new mining animation looks clean. I definitely prefer it over some of the weird stuff we've had before. I mean, the Night Elves used to like go into their like auto attack stance, which is already kind of like spindly looking, which I enjoy. It looks very lithe and flexible, but the mining animation never really made sense to be that way, so cool to see that it's been updated, and I believe it's pretty similar for all the different classes. So there's a rabbit. We have not collected the rabbit, so we're gonna go collect that real quick. Level 6 rabbit. Come on. Thank you. Also don't know if we've loved the rabbit. So we love the rabbit, and then we battle the rabbit, and we capture the rabbit real quick. So this is gonna do... We might want to do 2 of these. See if that's possible. I think we are gonna switch. We just need like 80 damage. 89, perfect. Benax really comes in clutch. And then there is the trap. And that should be the rabbit. We've added the rabbit to our collection in a way we never have before. There's Darkshore Cub and Squirrel here that we still need to collect. So keep our eyes out for the Darkshore Cub and the Squirrel. And we still need another set of guts. I think my Alexa just yelled at me. Okay, there we go. This is Briarthorn. First time herbing Briarthorn. Sorry, Thistlebear. Didn't want to have to kill you if I didn't need to, but you attacked me first, so I'm going to blame it on you. Swift Thistle also comes from Briarthorn. Interesting. There's Mage Royal. I imagine that this bear will also want to attack us, so I'm just going to pre-pull him. Then we'll get the kill. And there's another bear, oh my lord. The Matriarch. Big, bad, and scary. The new bear model is very, very good looking. They really do look like bears. Not that they didn't look like bears before, but they're very bear-like. Like the fur is just very three-dimensional. And there's another bear down. No interesting drops yet. I'm sure we'll find one.
Buzzbox 723 hums if you expectantly. Static precedes whiz-bangs distorted.
Okay, a befouled staff.
The results are coming in now. We should have some information on how the bears contracted this in just a moment.
Some unintelligible speech spews forth from the machine before you make out Whizbang's voice again.
Dusk rats. They've been eating the dusk rats. Those little buggers only come from one place, a cave against the cliff face to the east. Find a path up to the northeast and look for an opening under the waterfall. The dusk rats there are either getting into something nasty or someone's intentionally spreading some agent through them in either case. Just bring me back several samples of the stuff.
Okay. So that's really good to know. So we're trying to investigate why the bears have gotten corrupted. And what we found out from investigating the carcasses and the guts, the intestinal linings of those bears, is that they've been eating a lot of dusk rats. And dusk rats only come from one location that's up here on this hill. And we're going to go investigate what the dusk rats might be getting into that's corrupting the dusk rats, since they are the source of that corruption. So just some classic early middle school circle of life science experiment here. And really interesting to note that that's how this is playing out right now. So this is not the right path that we're taking. This is the wrong path. But there is another path. Maybe up on the other side of this waterfall area. Okay. Let's go over here. And then we'll go up this way, because I believe that's the direction we're going to need to go. We can get this mining node down here while we're here. Perfect. Look at our gnarl pine leggings glistening in the winter. As if it's the freaking winter right now. Okay. So this is where the rats are. Cliff Spring Falls. There they are. You can see the corrupted rats here. And there's also Taranian tree tender.
I rushed here as soon as I heard the news from Whizbang. I know who is behind this mess now. Zen Foulhoof. He came over from Teldrassil after he was chased out for performing perverse magics. The kinds of corruption he employs are not welcome among my people. And it seems he has taken it a step further this time. Perhaps as some form of revenge. Zen's been given too many chances. It is time we remove this threat to all that is natural. Kill Zen and his minions, and then find me back in Lordenham.
Guys. No way! The origin of 3 cheers for the naive and gullible. Zen Foulhoof, our arch nemesis. He tricked us into doing his bidding early in our questing. We killed some local wildlife on his behalf. And now, he's back. He's escaped Teldrassil. And he's here, corrupting the wildlife of Darkshore with his other satyr friends. And we're going to get the opportunity to end him once and for all. Now, I thought when we turned him into a frog, that was going to be the end of him. He wasn't going to come back. But he's decided to be that guy that doesn't want to go away. And we're going to make sure he's gone for good. What an absolute blessing that we get this opportunity.
The animal cages spread throughout Cliff Spring Hollow. Thanarian would surely appreciate it.
We also get a rare spawn.
Situation to free some of the uncorrupted dusk rats and thistle bears that are still being held captive.
My man's is performing corrupting experiments on bears and shit in cages. This is why we don't like Zen Foulhoof, guys. He really is a menace to society. But 3 cheers to the naive and gullible is an absolute classic of a line. Disciple's robe of the quick blade. Oh, we're pissing off everyone in here, guys. Everyone in here's mad. We also, I believe, have our rare spawn coming back up here shortly. So we're going to finish this quest up, and then we're going to go look for Gil. Okay. Sorry, Duskrat. I don't really want to kill you, but you've been attacking me, so. Can we unlock the cage, please? Here we go. So Zen Foulhoof is in here somewhere. We just gotta find him. It's very weird. You have to touch the top of this cage to unlock it. I'm gonna ding right here. Everyone send a grats. Look at that. Absolute elite. Leveling speeds. Okay, it doesn't look like... It looks like Zen might be in here, so... Everyone tighten up. One of our arch nemesis... Nemesis is... Our arch nemesis is in here, okay? That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what we call him. We know what he's done. Really, the bleeds don't do as much damage as you'd like. They don't really take out our targets in their entirety. We're getting the Ichor we need. There's Zen right there. Look at him. I wonder if he's gonna remember us in game. He better. There's more Ichor. Okay. We'll just take... We want to go mono a mono against Zen. Let's be honest. No reason to let his minions get involved and distract from what's about to happen here. We're also going to get the final cage turn-ins. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Epic moment here. Let's ambush him. There it is. Boom. He didn't know what hit him. He's never seen it like this. We're stronger than we used to be, Zen. Goodbye. He said, I will have my vengeance. But actually, we had our vengeance. 3 cheers to the naive and gullible, Zen. 3 cheers. You loser. There's also apparently another quest in here that we have not completed. Disgusting workbench. Is it like... Is it in... here? Yeah, it's in here. Apothecary Furrows is in here. There's an undead in here? Okay. Interesting choice of location for an undead to hang out with satyrs. Don't know if I necessarily love that. Certainly a choice from him.
A crude, hastily assembled apothecary's workbench stands here, heaped with scrawled notes and noxious brews. It looks as though the Forsaken have also been studying Falhoof's work.
Okay.
You grab the most important looking notes and prepare to smash the laboratory before notifying Tree Tender of your discovery.
Okay, so Tree Tender needs to know that we found that the undead might be working with the satyrs, or at least utilizing similar methodologies to the satyrs, so they're lingering around to try to figure out what they can find. We're going to fly back to Darkshore. We're not going to turn in these quests yet. We're just simply going to go kill Thragyl. We need to get Keen Machete today to fully close out Teldrassil. And that's what's on the line here, guys. 12 kills in. Still no drop.
The Hippogriff is a noble beast, proud and swift. They are an honor to
Our Hippogriff has been bugged all day.
rider of great distance.
Why do we even play this game? I don't know why I have to play so late tonight. Usually our tournament games are like closer to the morning, but tonight my game's at 6 o'clock. We might not be done till 10. Like, what are we doing? Doesn't make any sense. This is so sad, this part right here, because of the Cataclysm, but like it is kind of a sick looking vibe with like the tree kind of surviving it and getting up close to the roots. Okay, here we go. Big moment of truth, guys. Super speed, flip, flap, and fly. Let's see if he's up. We're going to use our flying skills here. We've been practicing getting this route down. Look at us go. Unstoppable. Never wavered. No second guesses, no second chances. Right into the cave. Uh-oh. This is not a good look. Fell Rock is empty. He's up! He's ours. Let's get him. Boom. We now can pounce out of stealth in a way that does more damage. So, absolutely huge for the boys from a damage perspective. Kill off the rascals here. Okay. Everyone's dying. Only 3 enemies needed to kill here. We've normally had to pull like the whole thing, and we've just really messed it up. Okay. We know Moonkin's a curse. Nothing. Okay. War mode it is. War mode it is, guys. We're trying to make this happen. Oh, look at that. Through the trees. Riveting. I'm like freaking Top Gun out here. Top Gun Crow. Maverick. Goose. Duck. Raven. Raven is a sick call sign, though. If your name's Raven, pop off. Okay. Don't miss the portal. Oh, my God. I'm bad. I'm so bad. Okay. Again, that's gonna keep happening. I just need to land and do the right thing. I just get so amped up to try to like switch to war mode real quick. I really thought the grill was gonna be gone there. Okay, there's war mode. Cat form for speed. Through the portal. And out into the world. Whoops, I thought that was going to transform me, but I think I hit the global. Look at this swooping that we can accomplish here.
Trinkets, yes.
There we go.
Pretty trinkets. Power.
Dude, if World of Warcraft had a show like Arcane, just imagine. It wouldn't even have to be animated like that. Like, it wouldn't even have to be animated that nice. Like, if it was just like a well-animated, not even animated, even if it was live-acted, a well-acted show, just like a good storyline. Like, can you imagine? Make it like a murder mystery set in, what's that place called? Lordaeron? Set in Lordaeron, and it's like not based around Arthas at first. Like, the show starts episode 1, and it's just like a guy, like a local soldier or like, you know, like police type guy. He's just investigating this strange disappearance, you know, like, oh, there's a strange disappearance up here in Brill, whatever town you want to call it. It's Stratholme. Strange disappearance in Stratholme. He's investigating, and like half the way through the season, they discover the corrupted grain, right? This is season 1. Halfway through the season, they discover the corrupted grain. You know, you've been teased about, like, you know, the crown, and like maybe you've seen some characters, referential characters that we should know about. And then, like, penultimate episode, Arthas shows up at the end of the episode in Stratholme to talk to this captain. And he's like, yeah, man, we figured it out. Corrupted grain. And if you know what's about to happen. End of season 1, Arthas just comes through and murders everyone in Stratholme. Guard captain included. Okay? It's like, oh, thanks, Captain. Really appreciate you. You know, you're dismissed. Go back to your post. Follows the guard captain. You hear screaming. You see fire in the distance. Captain, like, No, he maybe like got down at his desk, was gonna write a letter to his wife or something. Then you see the Crown Prince of Lordaeron just coming through, smiting everything with his soldiers, just burning it to the ground. And you're like, what? As an audience, if you don't know Warcraft, you're like, what the fuck? But then at the end of the episode, the next episode starts with Arthas as a child. And season 2 is going to go back through and explain like where Arthas has come from leading up to that point. And so season 2 will be like him as a kid, the story with the horse, right? That one gets me every time, where the horse dies and he just wants to protect the horse and he's got to kill him to show mercy to the horse, yada yada yada, right? And then his love with Jaina growing and brewing, and everyone's like, oh my god. And then the end of that season is Arthas's perspective from the guard captain, Jaina walking away, and then the fight with you know his name, the Dreadlord in Stratholme, to end the end of the season. Then season 3, we start with Arthas's quest to become a Death Knight and go to Northrend and yada 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 yada. So season 1 sets him up as this villain, right? This like betrayer, this corrupter. And season 2 sets him up as a sympathetic character who made a very tough choice to save his land. The sacrifice of the few for the sacrifice of the many is a sacrifice that it has a lot of moral complexity to it, right? Is it okay to commit wrong to save a lot of people, but the wrong that you're doing is killing a few people? Guys, we just cannot get this guy to drop King Machete whatsoever. So that's a really interesting dilemma that we paint Arthas across 2 seasons through. And then season 3, we begin the actual journey into his fall into the Lich King. And that's when the show gets a little bit more dynamic. So we're going to show the different players of the world at the same time through Warcraft 3. And the end of the season with Arthas becoming the Lich King. Season 4, and we're going to make a whole show here. Season 4 is going to be, a 5 years later, flash forward, where things have happened in the lives of some of our main characters, and we're finally journeying to Northrend. The season is going to start with that fucking boat, man. That boat ride. When you come around the hills in, god damn it, what zone is it? You guys know the zone I'm talking about. Hold on. Here it is, Howling Fjord. When you're coming through the fjord of Howling Fjord, and it's howling, and there's that Viking boat on fire, guys. Seriously? And the music is... We're playing that sound right now. We're literally playing Howling Fjord. Hold on. I don't even know what it's called. There it is. Hopefully we don't get this taken down as a result. But I just need everyone to just appreciate for a second. The season starts 5 years later. Fade from black. Some of the players of the show that we've seen to this point, 3 seasons in, are on the boat with some new characters that we don't know yet. That sound right there, playing as the camera pans up into an absolutely stunning gully. We're rounding the corner. We don't know what's in front of us. And there it is. The carcass of a ship on fire. Clearly one of ours.
Unfortunately,
and boom. We're in Howling Fjord to begin the season.
Service record may have been tarnished. However,
the season takes us through Northrend, the journey of Jaina and Sylvanas and Bolvar to discover the weaknesses of the Lich King.
Please use this portal whenever you feel the need. I am at your service.
To determine
To maintain our
how he can be defeated.
We have hippogriffs constantly flying.
The story of Sourfang, Garrosh, Tyrion Fordring. This section of the show is 2 seasons long. The first season is going to end with us figuring out how Arthas is going to be defeated. The middle of the season is going to be crested with the Argent Tournament. The strongest heroes rising. The Argent Tournament is a great opportunity for us as a show to introduce some characters that aren't in the game, maybe, or some side characters that can join the adventures of our heroes. Then, Season 2 of this arc, so this would be Season 5 of the show. We focus on defeating Arthas and how that works. The final episode, all of this build up, 5 episodes so far, guys.
Thank you. I only hope
we've gone through.
Here will see more peace with his passing.
Those who haven't seen or played the games, who don't know what's going on, you know, we believe we know how to kill Arthas.
Pretender pages through the notes as you relate your story. The lines in his face deepening with concern.
And Arthas kills all of our favorite characters.
My gut crawls at the thought of what
oh man!
They able to weaponize his corruption.
Then Uther brings him back to life and kills Arthas. Oh my God! What a moment! So we're gonna charge that one up.
To our doorstep. Are they working with the Shatterspear trolls to our north? Sorrows are heaping upon sorrows. Adventurer, I am glad you are here. Yes, Night Elf. I am pleased to hear that you were able to free some of the remaining wildlife. With a bit of good fortune, we will find the cure for the corruption that the others have faced before any more of them die. Please help. I can barely sit up. My friend, a bear named Grimclaw, he is not here. I sent him ahead to let the Sentinels know we were coming before we left Aberdeen, but he never arrived. I sensed something might be amiss as we were leaving, but with the evacuation, I never had a chance to act on it. If he is injured, there is only one place that he would go. The Withering Thicket, north of Aberdeen, down the road to the south from here. Bring him back to me safely. He is my only family. I would like to extend my gratitude for saving us. I would call myself fortunate, but my beloved Anaya lays long dead. I am alone and deeply troubled, and sadly, I require your aid yet again. Wandering the woods of Darkshore after my rescue, I found myself in the ruins of Bashalerin, where I saw the haunted spirit of my beloved. She must be freed, but I lack the heart to do it. Her spirit must be destroyed.
It is in times like these that
okay, that's really sad.
Stop and examine our way of life. We are mortal now, and no matter how much we desire otherwise, we are deserving of our new place in this world.
Okay, can we catch it now?
Down the road to the south. Once a
Yep.
city of our ancestors, but now is home to their cursed.
Trap missed.
We held hope of salvation for them, as with ourselves, but we have lived in torment for too long. It is time to extinguish
Let's
the
go.
final flame of Marshal Aaron.
This could be a kill. Uh-oh. Should probably switch pets. Good job, Ben X. Okay, so what's going on in the storyline now? To give you some insights, we've captured a squirrel. Big win. I don't know why this says we haven't done that, but we have. Okay. So, the long and the short of what we're about to embark on is there's this area called Bashal Aran here, okay? And it was once a city, but there's a lot of ghosts and goblins and ghouls down here now, and we've been tasked with coming down here for a few reasons. One of them is because there is likely someone here that we need to save. There's someone's spirit that we know is here, the loved one of someone we've already helped. This gentleman right here, who sent us to kill Anaya Dawnrunner. His loved one, Anaya Dawnrunner, needs to be eliminated so that he can rest easy knowing that her spirit has been set free. And then, of course, there are highborns here that we need to kill and interact with. So there's the flame. We've extinguished the flame. It was that easy. But now we need to loot these guys, or kill these guys for the quest. We've been here before in Classic. We know what this is a former city. The highborn here that passed away a long time ago, still haunt it. And ultimately we're just here to help keep it clean, cleanse it up. So Anaya Dawnrunner's pendant is going to be over there. Now, if you remember, there was also a quest here in Classic to look at the tablets and kind of hear the lore. I wonder if that's going to be an ask of us this go round, but we'll see. Looks like she spawns over here. Let's go stealth real quick. Take out this hybrid. Do a ton of damage off the rip to them. Oh my lord. Didn't even get out of stealth. There's Anaya right there. She just needs rescued. Her spirit can't rest. So we're just going to rescue her. And by rescue her, I mean absolutely slaughter her. But, okay, are we just stuck? Okay, well, this highborn wants to fight first. So we'll handle our business on that end. And then, okay. Sorry, Anaya. Hate to be that guy that does this to you, but it was your husband that asked, so I don't think that necessarily removes any moral culpability, but allegedly we're actually helping you by freeing you, so I'll take that as a W in my book. Even though we're out of energy, so we do dog shit for rotation. There's her pendant to prove that we killed her. Because she really cared about that pendant. Ghosts can hold on to pendants for a really long time after they're dead, huh? Okay. Curse of Doom. It's going to do a ton of damage to me after 12 seconds. Don't love that. 2 dead highborns. Drop in some linen cloth. We'll use that for our tailor. Craft some recipes up. These are the highborns that we need. We also need these cursed ones. Kind of crazy how, like, Tiger's Fury, you don't really have an effect on you. It's a slight little blood effect, but not a lot else to show that you're in that mode. There's hungry thistle bears down there, but I don't think we need them for anything. Where's our big crits? Where's our big ferocious bite crits, highborn? Okay. There's Curse of Shadows. Let that fall off. I'm really hoping for Thagrill this stream here. He's still got some time on his respawn, so we'll wait a little bit before we go back there. Come on. So anyway, our show. It sounds pretty sick. 5 seasons, all the way till Arthas' defeat. Last episode of Season 5 See, I'm good. I like a good ending, though. So last episode of Season 5 could show our heroes, like, taking a break finally back in Stormwind or Orgrimmar or wherever the story needs to take place. And then, you know, as they're kind of relaxing, taking off their armor, like cleaning, maybe polishing their sword, it's clean for the first time in forever. Also, let's not forget season one of our Arthas, like, in Northrend storyline has to have the Wrathgate. Like, there's just so much to do. We could make it 3 seasons if we wanted. We wanted to throw in, like, the reclamation of Undercity, and oh my god, there's just so much to do. So anyway, we also need to kill Lady Vesperia here. She's going to drop a dagger for us called the Spike Lash Dagger. So we're going to want to make sure that we're taking her out in a timely manner. Take advantage of that. We are missing the Darkshore Cub, but we did catch the squirrel. I don't know why it doesn't give us full credit for the squirrel. Okay, there's a hungry bear. We don't really care about the bear. There's these scouts. They also are part of a quest chain. Doesn't look like the rare is around here. She would spawn somewhere over here. Okay. Well, we'll leave her be for now. Let's go get this Grimclaw thing, though. So many does, but not a lot of deers. We've already loved the deer, to be fair, so I guess none of that really matters. We've got Grimclaw here. Oh! Keeper Karithus, what's up, man?
Greetings, traveler.
There's one of our Dryad
You
friends.
have an interest in my friend here. You are here on behalf of his friend Volkor, then I imagine. If Volkor didn't come himself, he must be injured as well. I hope he recovers quickly. Grimclaw is too injured to be moved far, and he is going to need some immediate treatment. I am afraid I can't let you take him back just yet, but perhaps you can help me while I tend to him. I have no doubts that Grimclaw will recover with the help of my healing magics, though I can't say the same for the poachers that attacked him. Still, I could use some salve to close his wounds and lessen his pain while he heals. To the east, you will find the ruins of Lornesta, among the crumbled stones. There is a variety of fuming toadstool that flourishes in a damp environment. Bring me some of the toadstools so that I can mix a salve for our friend.
Okay.
While we tend to Grimclaw, I would like you to peacefully gather some ritual materials for me from the nearby wildlife. I need whiskers from the Moonstalkers to the west, pluck them from the Sleeping Ones, and move away quickly. I need hair from the doe to the east, just avoid the stags. Finally, I need fur from the bears along the water to the northeast. Wait until they catch a fish, then get the sample quickly and get away before they finish eating. Please, do not harm any of them.
Okay.
We cannot condone reckless violence. It is not our nature. However, there are times when the consequences of avoiding battle are too tangible to ignore, as is the case with these Naga. When the earth in the area shattered, a small section of ruins rose to our east. These ruins once housed those loyal to Queen Ashara, and it seems her kind have returned in search of something. Take this petrified root. You can use it on their fallen to raise ants to aid you. Deal with them and their leaders swiftly.
Okay. So, one of the guys in Lord Anel here has a bear friend, Grimclaw, and he couldn't find him. He just assumed that he got injured at some point during this mess, and so he asked us to go find him. When we went to find him, we found ourselves Keeper of the Grove and a Dryad who are already tending to Grimclaw's wounds.
I somehow avoided being inflicted with the same toxin that the other survivors
So,
endured.
they've asked that we assist them in eliminating some of the Naga who have returned back to the ruins where we were killing the Highborn because the Highborn turned into Naga. So they've asked us to remove them and also collect things to create a salve that would train our friend.
I would be alone with my grief.
That will heal our friend, Grimclaw. So we want to heal our friend Grimclaw, and we also want to make sure that we are killing any of the people that are killing the wildlife. We've been tasked to collect items for a salve and given instructions on how to collect the items from the wildlife without having to kill them. So that will be our goal on this quest. So, but now our hippogriff's fixed, so we're actually kind of buzzing right now. Yeah, a 6-10 game is kind of a criminal activity, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Any cool spells we get soon? We did get Skull Bash. We hope our boy is up. Here we go. Peak flying here, guys. Take a new route. Whoosh. Look at this. We're so familiar now. We know all the trees. Okay, and then we're cat form. We're in. Looks like no one's been here. This is big. Big, guys. Big! We're going right into it here. Boom. Now there's a lot of enemies to fight, so we got to be careful. Okay, we're going to pull him over to this guy. We're going to do this. Regrowth. Bear form. Just like that. And now we're cat. Now we're cat. Now we're cat. Now we're cat. Holy shit. They do a lot of damage. Heal time. Time to heal again. We're really getting low. We're alive though. Big. Big money here. There it is. Okay. Please. Keen machete. Damn it! It's our curse, guys. This is our curse. This is our curse. Oh, we've been spotted. We're fine. Everything's fine. Just gonna travel form away. I hate how the deer runs. He's so front heavy. I think we're good to go. Okay, now we go into war mode. See if we can get this on the second kill. Regil almost on 14 kills. Really a crying shame. But hey, that's what happens with low drop rates, man. You never know. Let's see. I hate when that happens. There it is.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
We'll probably get at least 2 more kills this stream. Maybe 3. I mean, maybe 4. We're doing it in increments of 2. It's been nice that we haven't had any competition for these mobs, though. Knock on wood so far. Plenty of wood to knock on here, by the way. Here we go. Easy sneaking. Song's also going hard. This is a good luck song right here. He still hasn't respawned here, which is pretty typical. I feel like we get here a little too quick on our spawn cycle. We're just gonna kill some stuff. Gonna upgrade that. Upgrade this. Upgrade this. There we go. The bleach should take everyone out. There's a level. Level 27, guys. We're really cruising through the levels. Another new talent has come to us today. So Thorgrill will respawn here while we look at these. Survival Instincts reduces the damage that we take by 50% for 6 seconds. Dreadful Bleeding increases our rip damage by 20%. That's really strong. Ferocious Bite increased by 15%. Okay, Sabertooth is incredibly strong, so I think we go with Sabertooth. We also have a PvP talent available, but I never really use these for anything. Okay, well that's a passive, but what is this? Okay, that's not useful. Fresh Wound is very strong. I like Ferocious Wound. Or not Ferocious Wound, Fresh Wound. This will just give us more bleed damage off the rip with someone, so it'll just help us kill some of these mobs a little bit quicker. Not really the end of the world, but not really the end of the world if we don't have it, but definitely going to be a little helpful. We're just waiting on our boy to respawn here. Johnny Keen Machete. Maybe there's some cooking we can do while we're here. Crab cakes. We can make 10 crab cakes. Let's do that. Let's craft these. Maybe we'll get some levels. And the closer we get to the 175, the better, you know? I believe we have enough for boiled clams. We just don't have the... No, we don't have the right clam meat. We have crawler meat, don't we? Okay. And that's what this crab cake is right here. But that'll get us to like 115 maybe? At least 110. And it's closer to our goal, so we'll take it. Small wins, right, guys? We have a lot of brilliant small fish, but we'll have to sell those off. Let's see what gear we've got so far while we're taking a gander. We've got the mysterious headgear, which we hate. That is this candle flickering thing that we have on our head. I love what they've done with the fire and creating the candle effects and the lighting, but here's the thing. This character is not a delve diver. He is not a spelunker. He's an adventurer and an explorer, which, okay, fine. You could say that this looks like explorer-like. But what we want the character's gear to look like is a reflection of our journey thus far. What this is not is a journey. These are items that come from these satchels that drop occasionally. We probably have one in our bags right now. But yeah, weathered mysterious satchel. Random stuff will drop, like this exposed fish, and we'll kick it, and it'll be fun, I suppose. But point being, this gear comes out of there. Okay, these mysterious items. We've got the helm, the shoulders, the chest, the bracers. Okay, we might have replacements for some of these items in the bags already. We don't. We did get shackled bindings, but gnarled pine leggings was such a big drop for us. I'd rather keep those. We got some new staves that we could potentially use, but also, again, driftwood branch is a cool drop for us, so I'm going to keep it. But point being, eventually we're going to replace these items with gear that is reflective of our adventure. So that's going to include some rare drops. The flopping fish is despawning, guys. Some rare drops, like the ones we're currently equipping, and the zones that we're adventuring in. Not these gift gear items that, I mean, they look nice, don't get me wrong, but they ultimately just don't reflect the journey that the character's been on to this point. You know what also doesn't reflect the journey that any druid's been on to this point? This set of gear right here. My god, is that thing ugly. Stag helm armor looks so good though. Oh, we pissed them off. They don't want us waiting here for free while trying to kill their boss, so they're coming in hot. Dead. Goodbye. It's crazy that the grill is so off-centered from the spawn. We're 10 minutes late. There he is. There's Sabretooth. This increases the damage they take from us. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth, guys. Keen machete. Damn it! We really are trying. I swear. We've got about 20 minutes to the next spawn. At around the noon 30. Noon 20. We'll see him again. Let's just circle around the tree here. And off into the wilderness back towards Darnassus. Back to turn off war mode, and while we're here, I think we're going to go explore the barbershop to see what our different appearances on our forms can look like. I haven't done that yet, and we also don't have shave and a haircut, so we'll get that. We'll change up the pace a little bit, and then we'll go back to questing in Dark Shore before we have to come back here and kill the grill one more time, and hopefully get the Arcane Machete. We're on 15 or 14 kills of that little bastard without luck. Never seen Sewer Beast. War mode's off. Now let's go find the barbershop, yeah? Even though we all know where he is. Stormwind City, what a pretty place. Put your hands in the air. Okay. So the barbershop is right here. Let's go take a gander. Genling Sharpshear.
Welcome, friend, to the barbershop. Come for a cut, a coloring, something.
So there's our character's actual face.
Facial hair, perform piercings, ink tattoos.
It's our bear form.
Shape horns and tendrils. Have a seat, and we'll get right to work. You are.
Look at all these bear forms I don't have unlocked. Oh my god! Wait, I've never seen this. It's like an owl bear. Okay. Bristle Bruin. Okay. A werebear look. Oh! This is kind of sick. With this, like, the skull armor, or the bone armor. 30 Legion dungeons, okay. The different bear forms. I have this. The Fallen to Nightmare tier form. The red Ursel form. This is the Stone Bear. Don't really like the look of that one, but there are different versions of it. And then here's the Claws of Ursoc. We have all these forms. We also have the base bear form. Lots of options. I do like the Claws of Ursoc bear a lot. Fallen to Nightmare bear I don't really love. I think the best one is probably Bone Bear? But we should go with Claws of Ursoc. I think this one looks the cleanest. The really cool looking muscular bear with these red accents. Okay, cat form. Druid of the Flame. Already unlocked it. Sorry guys. If you were looking for that, I've had it for ages now. This looks like the upgraded model of it. It does look sick, but I'm not going to be playing with it. It's too flashy. There's the Moon Spirit. We do have the Moon Spirit. The Dream Saber. Whoa, the Dream Saber is cool. This is the incarnation of Nightmare. We have the base incarnation of Nightmare. The Primal Stalker. Also cool looking. Nature's Fury. We have this. The wooden. Then we have Fangs of Ashamain. Just baseline. And then we've got base cat. I do like the base cat, guys. I just like the purple cat. Druid of the Flame does look cool, but it's just too flashy. Incarn of Nightmare is also interesting. I hate the Moon Spirit. I just don't like how those wings are. We'll keep the regular cat for right now. Now this is where it really gets froggy because I've never seen this Moonkin form before, let alone seen. Oh, whoa. Can we? No, okay, we can't do that. Okay. Okay, so we definitely like that version more. And you can customize your horns? Okay. Interesting. Your horn and beak color can be customized too? I think the darker looks better. You get eyebrows? Whiskers? Whoa! That's crazy. Wait. You get feathers? I think the standard is probably the vibe there, yeah? You can get decorations on yourself too if you're so inclined. Leaves, rune feathers, gemstones, or the standard. And the rune feathers are kind of cool. Different colored rune feathers. And if you want effects on you... What the fudge cake, guys? Starlight? Where's the starlight effect? Oh, I see the starlight effect. The swirl or the moon? There's different colors of this? Very interesting. I don't necessarily like this very much. I mean, it's interesting. It's cool. I don't know. This is not how I would play with my Boomkin, to be honest. I'd probably just play with the classic one. I just think he looks more full. Okay, we'll go with that. Lots of options here. The Scorn Wing, Shimmering Arden Moth, Nightwing Raven, Regal Dreadbat, Reigns of Anurelos Flames Guidance. Okay, this thing's kind of cool looking. This is Azure Somnowl and the Slumbering Somnowl, which is definitely the best looking of them. But let's be honest, guys. The Storm Crow is sick, and that's what we're going to stick with. The Sea Lion, a classic. There's an Orca. Okay. There's a Dolphin. There's a Tide Skipper. Whoa! That's a big fat catfish. We're going to stick with the Sea Lion. It's the only one we have anyway. Cheetah. Whoa, new cheetah form? That's what we want. We don't care about the stag. Wonder where you get these things. Let's look at where we can get the cheetah. So the Glade Heart, that's kind of cool. That comes from Inscription. So the cheetah comes from Mark of the Cheetah. Let's Google that real quick. Mark of the Cheetah. Inscription glyph. Okay, it's an inscription glyph. Interesting. So apparently this comes from Glyph of the Cheetah, which is a shimmering ink it's a shimmering ink recipe. Which is a classic Inscription one using silvery pigments. So we are actually going to get that for ourselves at some point on our Inscriptionist. So we'll keep that in mind as we go through here. So where do we land? We land with this awesome bear form, Claws of Ursoc. We love it. Super cool. Cat form, we're sticking with the OG. Moonkin, also sticking with the OG. And if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm going to take shave and a haircut, and I'm going to do this thing right here because we have Glyph of Stars. And that's frankly what we prefer anyway over the Moonkin form, is the ability to do this. So we're going to stick to this as our Moonkin form. And then we're going to, now that we are out of war mode, we have a 21-minute timer on the grill. So we are going to do these. Well, we're here. We might as well do the fishing quest in Stormwind, yeah? See if we can get the drop. Let's clean out our bags, actually. This is a good opportunity to clear out our bags. We've got, like, we don't need the spade. Like, we don't need the satchel. We don't need this Mohawk grenade. We can also sell the 22-pound catfish on the auction house real quick. We're never going to use this fish for anything, so we might as well just consume it right now. Okay, we became a gnome skeleton.
Feel free to browse the items up for bid. Or if you would like to list an item, I can help.
Okay, the training sword of the Aurora. We have no reason to sell that. I want to sell the 22. Excuse me. There it is. 22-pound catfish. Did we break? Let's just sell it for like, yeah, 50 gold's fine. And then we have to go find our friend, the vendor here. Actually, let's go to a repair vendor. That way we get to the right spot. We get in terms of our durability. We don't want to run out of. We don't want to run out of anything here, guys.
Greetings.
All of these are sellable. Okay. Pants gone. All these pants, goodbye. That's soulbound now, so we can't use it anyway if we wanted to. Belt gone. Satchels, we have no need for all these extra satchels that we've gotten. We also don't need the staff. The mysterious spade can go away. We've collected this robe. Collected this. We've collected this. Those are all soulbound. Soulbound. This is warbound, so we're gonna disenchant it. Disenchant it. Get rid of the staves. We don't need the scrapper unit. This is not raw anymore. We don't need nectar. Okay. A lot of selling here. And these are materials that we'll put in the
Have a good one.
war bank. Just real quick. Bop, bop, bop. Someone may have use of these from our other characters, so that is where we're going to send them. And then we know for certain that these items right here are disenchantable. So we're going to send those off to be disenchanted. And we should be pretty close to Thrill about to come up, so that is where we're going to go next. Just a nice little detour into Stormwind to take a look at some of our appearance options. Get ourselves our Glyph of the Stars activated on our Druid form. It actually impacts the skeleton, so that is kind of cool. Get to cast some spells in Skeleton Land, huh? Alright. Let's go. It'd be kind of crazy if we stayed in skeleton form while we were traveling and we were just flying around as a skeleton.
Trinkets, yes.
Let's hope he's up. And we can get a good we can get a good work done here. I know the stream's connection has been pretty poor for a little bit now. It's frustrating. Normally we have no issues, but today must not be the day. We can kind of take our time running back because we're only at the 25-minute mark, so we've got plenty of time. We're almost there. Take a quick little detour. And then cat form. Boom. Stealth it up. Oh! We're still a gnome? Skeleton gnome? Look, you'd see this. I knew the gnome animation immediately, and those little feet are pitter-pattering at 100 miles an hour right now. Alright. Get them. Get to see us use our branch. Use the branch for good, not evil. Look at us. What a blast. This is absolutely hilarious that this is a thing. Nice. Hey, we're not in war mode anymore, so be nice. Okay, we're back. Stream stabilized now. I don't know what was going on there. That was kind of weird. Woo! Just got the music just bumping right now. I'm gonna find another playlist because I do think that a lot of these songs sound very similar, and we've been kind of jamming to that for a while. So let's switch it up here. I love the Spanish guitar. Look at the gnome. You ever had shoes without shoestrings? Reebok baby. I also heard that Kanye's album may be delayed again, but who was surprised by that? Certainly not me. See what I mean? They love the Spanish guitar. Every song is that Spanish guitar to start. Interesting. Okay. This is a little different. There he is. Get in there. Show the gnome skeleton boy what he's got. Come on. Don't let him beat you, Thrill. Come on. There it is. Small brown pouch. We knew it was coming. We didn't even pause for that one. We didn't even try to create dramatic effect. We knew that that was going to be a dog shit drop. And here we are. Dog shit drop. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's try one more time. This time in war mode. This should be the one. I don't want to disappoint anyone if it's not, but I'm telling you, I have a really good feeling. Really good feeling, guys. To storm when we go into the war mode. War mode's enabled. Look, we run faster in cat form, so he's just out here shuffling. Okay. Don't mess it up, thank you. Through the window, through the wall. To switch up to my ball. Thank you. Okay, maybe not. I'm starting to lose my voice. That's not ideal for anyone. Bum, ba, bum. Okay. Sometimes I wish I could just like auto fly, and maybe it was a little slower. It would just take me to where I'm going, because you just want to chill for a sec. This flying is fast, and if you're not careful, you're gonna crash. And it's nice to have all the speed, but sometimes you want a little break between grind. Okay, here we go. It should be up. Maybe not though, because there is kind of a lag between the spawn times that we're on right now on these two zones, two layers. That's the word, layers. Okay, there's that. These guys don't even want to play with me anymore. They know it's coming every time I walk in. They're worried for their safety of their friends and family. Right? I mean, look at him. Dead. Okay. This guy's probably going to pull. I'm going to step back into the corner here. I'm going to check on something. We've heard this song a million times. Trying this. I'm just getting attacked. I didn't even know it. Too busy trying to change the music. Okay. He will spawn here eventually. Dude, look at this tree. Swiftmen? No thanks. I really don't like healing druids, but look at this set, man. I wish I got this set. Look how good that looks. What the hell is this? That's actually a sick set. It's very different from a lot of the other druid sets. I dig it. I dig it. Very feral druid coded, but like I really even the raid finder one is really nice. I don't think we've looked at that before. This is Liberation of Undermine. This is also a really clean set. Little Fel Druid. Or this would be perfect on a, you know who they are. The guys. Kulturons. So we have this set. We got this from the leveling. I don't know where a lot of these sets come from. Like, what is a patron's elegance or a peddler's trinket? Or an educator's knowledge? Severed threads of renown? Like, what is that from? And why are they on the... Whoa! Like, honorary council member's mandate? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, I just feel like these shouldn't show up here unless you have them, you know? This set's really cool. I don't like the helm, but everything else looks really sick. Amir Drusilla Dreams Hope. Lots of, it's kind of like Warden Owly. Now that's a druid set, if I've ever seen one before. Time Rifts? Like, why are these on here, guys? Let's be honest. Those wings are kind of clean. I don't like the shoes at all, though. Oh, Vault of Incarnates had great gear. I really did like Vault of the Incarnates gear. I wish I could just change this and it would change. It would, like, stay with... Right? Evoker set's ugly as shit. But that's because it's an Evoker set. They're all ugly. Okay, actually that set was ugly. I just picked, like, the two ugliest sets. There he is. We're back. Right when the music's about to pop off. We knew it was coming. Or the music knew it was coming. I didn't, but the music knew. Okay, here we go. This is the one. Damn it! That felt too perfect. With the music and the hype and the lull of me just like looking at gear, it just like, it would have been too perfect for the machete to drop there. That's just so disappointing, guys. That is so disappointing. Okay, back to Stormwind we go. Turn off War Mode. Off the Dark Shore. For a little bit more questing. Damn! I am sorry. The drops are just not dropping for me today. It will be so nice to end the stream with the Keen Machete. So another thing to cross off the list, officially done with Teldrassil. Like, that would be so good. Go into episode 5 just ready. for full send. But that's not what we've been blessed with yet. We haven't been blessed with that. And that's okay. It's really not okay, but we're just gonna have to cope with the fact that it's okay. Still obviously in the best looking cap form. My voice just randomly cracked there for no reason. Okay.
Unfortunately, the ship is currently under repairs.
Okay.
Its unwavering service record
Thank you.
may have been tarnished. However, I am here
Also,
to
I'm pretty
provide
sure
you
we
with
can
other
fly
means
to
reach your
Darkshore.
destination. A simple portal may not match the thrill of
Let's
having
see.
the wind through
Let's
your
just go.
hair on
Let's
the
just go
high
for it.
seas, but you will be able
Okay,
to continue
we're dying?
on with your business unimpeded. Yasi, please use this portal whenever you feel the
We're
need.
buzzing?
I am
We're
at
too
your
quick?
service.
Okay, let's go back to where we were. Up the shore we go. Shimmery shelly slammers. Lots of stuff on the coastline here. Miss Edge. These used to be part of a quest. Doesn't appear to be the case anymore. The enraged tidal spirits are angry. This is a quest, so we're gonna do it. Hi, it's me. Goodbye. I wasn't gonna let you do that. Come on.
Do not worry about me.
Use
My
the Orb
wounds
of
are
Elune
deep and down
on 6
soon
tidal
around me.
spirits.
It is all up to you now. You must stop the twilight.
Oh, I must
storm.
have to do it
The
when he
old
gets a little
gods
bit
they
lower in
worship
health.
Granted them power over the restless water spirits, but that power is tenuous. Channel Elune's presence through this orb once the elementals have been defeated. Use
Oh,
the
once they've
power
been
of Elune
defeated.
to banish the spirits permanently.
Okay, they have to be defeated first. That's good notes. So we're gonna soothe these spirits real quick. Give ourselves some verse, extra damage. Bleed them up. We do no damage right now. It's because of our weapon. We're cursed. We're cursed with a bad weapon, and that's because we got it. We got it to drop. Ah! Please don't die. Okay, we're gonna get those globules, and then that's gonna tranquilize them. Great word, by the way, tranquilize. To make tranquil. When I was a little kid, I used to think I had this friend. His name was also Tyler, which was wild. I guess there's a lot of kids named Tyler when I was growing up. There's still a lot of people named Tyler, but they're all my age, so they were kids when I was kids. And his name was Tyler, so he would go by Tyler C, and I'd go by Tyler S, and which was kind of dumb. I should have just gone by Ty, but whatever. So he and I were both kind of like those like asshole smart kids. But this is like, I wasn't really like, I wouldn't consider myself a nerd. I don't think people really knew what nerds were back then, and I didn't really have like a lot of nerdy hobbies yet. Like, I liked playing Super Nintendo and Game Boy, but like I was in like 4th grade or 3rd grade or something like that. No, it must have been 2nd grade, because it was Miss Beer was 1st grade, and then I had a 2nd grade teacher that no one really liked, but she actually ended up being pretty cool. But anyway, my 2nd grade teacher had to deal with us in class, and he and I like to take a look at the dictionary to find long words that would confuse other people. And I remember we used to pretend like they were curse words, so we would say things like cannibal. Oh, dude, you're such a cannibal. And kids would be like, oh my god, don't say that. Like, they didn't know, but we knew. We're like, that's someone that eats people. Which, to be fair, calling someone a cannibal is not a nice thing to do. Like, it's kind of a savage. Like, if you think about it, it's kind of come full circle. Like, in high school, if someone's like, you're a cannibal, you'd be like, no, I'm not, you're an idiot. But now, if you were like, dude, you look like you eat people. Like, that's like a specific basement dweller, cavernous creep appearance that comes alongside being a people eater. That I can see that being a pretty savage insult to whip out. I'm thinking of Runus the Hungered from Legion. He kind of looks like he might eat people if given the opportunity, which, to be fair, he does try to attack you. So, what is my point in bringing up this story? The word tranquilize is a word that reminds me of that time when we used to just look up words in the look for words in the dictionary to find ones that were a little too big for our classmates to understand and made us feel superior to them. And then we'd convince them that they were bad words. But cannibal, I remember being a big one. That was a really big one for us. That was a go-to. That was a staple. God, there was another one too. Why can't I remember it right now? Demented. That was the word. Be like, oh, you're demented, which like is an insult. Let's be honest. It's not without insult for sure, but we treated it like it was like a really bad curse word, and the other kids would be like, ah, you're saying bad words, ah. You know, they weren't bad words. But then I had this really big dictionary that had like the little tabs on the side for the different letters. Also, this song goes hard. And I remember carrying it downstairs through the kitchen at the house. And I was like, Mom, like clearly I was a wordsmith back then, which is not very healthy for a second grader because you don't know enough words to even be a wordsmith. But I was like, Mom, I'm gonna take my dick downstairs, and she was like, excuse me? And I like have this big giant red dictionary in my hands, and I'm like, I'm taking my dick downstairs, and she was like, that's not a word I would use to describe your dictionary. Like that could be misperceived as a bad word. I mean, I'm sure she said it a lot less calm than that, but like, and I was like, all right, I'll change it to something else. Taking my diction downstairs, and then I just kept rolling with it. Like, what? Why was I like that? I don't know. I couldn't explain it to you. So you're supposed to take the things off of the bears when they're eating, and you're supposed to run away real quick. But you gotta wait. Ah! You gotta wait till they're finding salmon. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. You weren't eating. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Ah! I keep getting dazed by this thing. The thing did a chunk of my health. Do not attack bear. Do not piss off bears while they're trying to eat salmon. Noted. This area is incredibly annoying for me because of the water. Okay, let's see if we can get right up over him and get away fast enough. God, that's obnoxious. Okay. I wish I had Feral Leap or whatever it is where I like fly through the air and land behind my target, because that would be really helpful to get up some of these cliffs and attack some of these Naga. Which I think I'm supposed to... Oh, there it is. I knew there was something more that I was missing. Look at the Ent models, guys. He looks like a Day of the Dead character. Look at him. Dia de los Muertos, buddy. Look at him. That's funny as shit. I like it. I dig it. Alright, come on. Oh, the Ent's going hard. We got an Ent killer. He's withered. He's deciding whether or not he wants to kill something. That's stupid. I don't know why I said that. But this song is going hard right now. This is the vibe. This is the vibe right now. I think we're gonna be at kill time for the Gil here shortly. I'm glad I did this rather than waiting around to kill him, because this stream has been a lot more fun than it could have been otherwise, let's be honest. We're also waiting for this lady to spawn. We need to get her dagger for our sanity. Maybe this song will be good too. This is a Dark Scale Scout. If we don't get, here's the thing. If we go to war mode and we don't get the key machete, then I'm going to come back here on war mode and kill her and hopefully get the dagger so we can end the stream on a nice little drop. That would be a good little little meme there. That's what I think we should do. I'll kill you. And also the lady that we need to kill is over there, so we'll make it happen. Just kill him up real quick, Ents. Okay. And are you guys gonna follow me when I go over here, or are we... Okay, I guess I have to kill through anyway because I can't stealth with the Ents keeping me in combat. I don't know if this song is it, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Lady Janira. She has scales that go all the way up. Okay, she's dead. I hate to break it to you guys, but she couldn't make it. Okay. Dead. Oh, now we're buzzing. Okay, let's see how long it's been since we've killed Thagro. 20 minutes. Okay, we're getting close. Let's get this bear. Get this last bear thing. Yep, okay. And then we also need to tuft of the doe hair, and here's the does. I don't want to have to kill anything, so I'm just going to run away. You know? Okay, the Moonstalkers, we need to be able to take the things off the Moonstalkers while they're sleeping. Bye. Thanks for the whisker. Oh man, I'd wake up too if I had a whisker yanked out of my face. This looks like Aberdeen right here. That's crazy. Aberdeen's gone. Okay, so they're healing our guy Grimclaw here.
Welcome, child. Have you retrieved the materials?
You just call me child? I guess in the grand scheme of things, we are much younger than you.
The animals in the process. These will do perfectly.
Yep, I didn't have to kill
These are the
anything.
final ingredients for
Maybe.
an incense I've been working on.
I think we can equip these mossy boots. Yes, we can.
Let me mix these in first. Grimclaw is quite the fierce combatant. I feel somewhat sorry for those poachers, despite their aims. You have my thanks, young one. We should be able to speed Grimclaw's recovery dramatically.
Breathe the incense in front of the keeper,
Thank
and then
you,
choose
Ollie.
the blessing.
We shall keep a more vigilant eye should they return.
I will tend to Grimclaw until his rest is done. He will be ready to return very soon. I have one more task for you while we wait. A favor to grant you, really, should you recognize it. The great wildlife spirits roam around us waiting and hoping for someone that will aid in stopping the destruction. They are with us as we speak even now. And with the materials you brought me, I can grant you sight. Speak to these spirits, choose one, and return to me with their blessing. The great spirits have been here longer than I can remember. They were once mortal animals if all the stories are true, and they died in time of dire fates.
I share these forests willingly, accepting Night Elf kind into my home, and on occasion calling them friend. Though they have been tainted greatly in recent memory, I can see in you the same strength, honor, and spirit that first endeared them to me. If you place value in the ferocity necessary to overcome all odds, Then I am willing to call you my champion. Know now that if you side with my kind, the other spirits will not accept you. So consider your choice carefully.
So it is done. You have received the blessing of a great animal spirit, and I shall now complete the ritual for you. Goodbye. Please, stand still. With a binding complete, the blessing has taken hold. It will most certainly make your travels in these lands easier. Grimclaw made a full recovery.
Wow.
Before I could do anything to stop him, he bolted off towards Lordanel. I suppose that means it is time for your departure.
Okay.
It was a great pleasure to.
So what's all just happened, for those of you following along?
Send my best wishes to
Earlier, we collected the items for the ritual, and while he was healing Grimclaw, and then we also eliminated the threat of the Naga in the area who were investigating the Bashal Aran, the ruins that once held a Night Elf city. So when we came back to the Keeper, Grimclaw was ready to rumble, but see, as you can see, he's right here, ready to rumble.
You've returned.
Before we talk to this lady,
I suppose we have you to thank for Grimclaw's return. I am afraid.
So we turned in the items needed for this ritual. Once we did that, the Keeper of the Grove granted us the ability to speak to the animal spirits. And we were able to select an animal spirit, which obviously we went with the cat, the Moonstalker spirit, because, of course, we are a cat as well. So that's a good vibe. Once in there, the Keeper told us about how he's allied with Night Elves in the past, and he allows them to live in the Grove as long as they're doing well. We are doing well, clearly, because we're helping the animals of their corruption. And after that, we got this gift that increases our attack speed by 10% while we're in this area. And we're now friendly, or at least regarded in a friendly manner by the Moonstalkers of Darkshore. So the Darkshore Moonstalkers will not attack us just by being near them. We actually have to attack them for them to attack us back because they are neutral.
It's good to see you again. Go in peace. I suppose we have you to thank for Grimclaw's return. I am afraid. I have some bad news. I've been unable to purge the toxin. Their conditions worsen. Jashala died shortly after you left. And Volkor passed just before you came back. He lived long enough to see Grimclaw come back safely. So he died with a smile on his face.
Dude!
I am just sorry that I couldn't do more. For now, I am doing everything I can to save Shelton. So please excuse me.
Dude, R.I.P. Volkor, man. Oh. So at the beginning of this zone, guys, at the beginning of this zone, we rescued a bunch of Night Elves. You can see Volkor laying there. And you can see Shadlin up there healing. We rescued some Night Elves from the shores that were damaged in the destruction of Aberdeen during the Cataclysm. And one of them is our friend Volkor here, who was asking us to rescue his friend Grimclaw, the bear. This is Grimclaw. You just saw us help the Keeper of the Grove heal Grimclaw. We got through the whole thing. We're sent back here to find Grimclaw because he ran off so quickly to see Volkor, only to find out from Serindia Oakwood that Volkor succumbed to his wounds before we returned. But just before he passed, he was able to see that Grimclaw was here and reach his hand out to him. So now Grimclaw is grieving his fallen friend. So that's just some of the sadness that comes along with being in this world. That's incredibly sad. Well, let's go kill Thragril with that sadness in our hearts. Tragedy. It's a tragedy. There's a lot of really sad and interesting stories in this world if you just pay attention to them. That's why I got the voiceover mod. I don't want to take the time on stream to like read everything. Although I don't hate the idea of doing that. It's just I think it's nicer if we can kind of interact with the dialogue together. Of course, if you're joining late or you're not catching it as it's coming up, sometimes I'm talking over it accidentally like an idiot, then I want to make sure I'm recapping it for you so you can understand what I'm understanding. 28 minutes since our last kill on Thragril. We should expect to see his corpse gone and his body returned to us. Okay. Here we go. We get a quick sprint in. There he is. We know what we're doing. We've got this down pretty heavily here. Uh-oh, we pulled a absolute metric fuck ton of them, guys. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need this. Please. Please. Oh, the crit was clutch. The skull bash. The bear form. Please crit. Please crit. Please crit. Please crit. Please crit. Bear form. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. We just got clapped. We pulled way too many that time. We don't have the damage or the health now with our gear to pull that many. There was just so many at one time. We honestly probably could have lived that if I stayed in bear form for the next round of Shadow Bolts. The biggest thing is, like, the Shadow Bolts do so much damage that we have to line of sight them to get to interrupt the cast. But when I run in like that with stealth instead of clear in, I don't have enough room to come back towards the mouth of the cave and use the walls that line the cave up into the mouth to line of sight, which prevents us from being able to stop those casts, heal up a little, do a little damage, and proceed. We also don't have the dot damage right now with our bleeds to really be able to reliably, like, let them sit on the targets and clear them out effectively. So where we're going to spawn is going to be in this back corner here. We're going to heal up real quick, and we're going to take out this guy all by himself. Interrupt him so he has to attack. We've pulled through a grill, and we're going to switch to killing him. The damage from swipe should be enough to kill the sprite. Okay. Vergil is dead. No machete. Now we're going to switch to war mode. I'm going to try to get one more kill before we end the stream today. And we're certainly not going to get that kill with Sleepy Time McGee playing the drum set here. So let's fix that, yeah? Super quick. Here we go. This has the build up. Oh my god, this has the build up, guys. This is it right here. This is the moment. It's never gotten better. It's never been more preordained than now. This is our opportunity. One more kill on this fiend from another dimension. And we will have ourselves the long-awaited Keen Machete. There's nothing like it. Over 15 kills.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
Still no drop. But today, February 21st, Saturday, 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. We will do it. One bird, one claw, one more journey into this godforsaken cave. We stealth in. We avoid detection. He hasn't spawned yet. He's up. There's a lot of enemies in this cave, guys. Lots of enemies. We're going to smartly take out the one in the corner. We're not dying this time. We're doing it again. The corner pull of the grill. We're going to interrupt him so he comes. Oh, the music's calmed. Oh, plenty of time in the track for it to come back, guys. Here it comes. Yes. The ferocious bite. He's dead. No! It didn't happen. It didn't happen. We didn't get the luck we wanted. We still have time. We still have time to go check out the Naga. See if we can end the stream on a dagger. We wanted it so bad. But we didn't get it. But this song does go hard, though. This song gets your heart rate up. It's a shame we didn't get what we wanted this morning. No keen machete, guys. $15 total kills on Threadgill. Threadgill. 15 total kills on him. No keen machete drop. But maybe we'll get 1 kill, 1 dagger drop on our girl, Lady Vespira. This is the Spike Lash dagger right there. That's all it is. It's nothing fancy. It just is what it is. Here we go. The music is bumping now. It knows what's up. Nothing. No Lady Vespira. That's crazy, right? She must have a long ass time. What about Shadowclaw? Is he up? Shadowclaw. Nothing, dude. We gotta end on a rare kill, guys. Come on, we can't just. We can't just go without rares. Where's all the rares? Maybe Carnivorous the Baker is going to do it for us. We've already killed Lucilian. Okay, Carnivorous the Breaker's over here. I don't see Carnivorous anywhere. Okay, no Carnivorous. Also no Firecaller Radisson. Even on war mode, guys. This is crazy. Wow. Oh, dog spotted a friend. Alright, one more check. We didn't check on Lady Moongrazer. Dog found a friend, guys. Dog found a friend. Lucy's got a friend. Perfect timing for us to kill Lady Moongrazer and get something cool. Well, she's an idiot. So how is Lady Moongrazer spawning around that area? I don't think that's the case. Okay, Vespira, we're gonna try you one more time, girl. Nothing. We don't know where she spawns, so maybe she's like, you know. We know she's a Naga though. Okay, nothing around here. Well, we tried our best. We can only do one thing. Hearth back! Yeah, Mischief. Good to have you here, bud. I'm collecting everything from the zone that I am in until I've completed the zone, unless I've got, like, maybe one thing left with, like, a time restriction on it. So, for example, here in Dolinar and the Teldra's Hill zone, we have pretty much everything completed that we can. There's holidays, which we're ignoring. Karasang Wilds, the campaign is the Pandaria quest more than it is anything, so we are... we're avoiding that. We have one item left, the Keen Machete. We're 15 kills in on Thurgil. And we have not gotten it to drop yet. But we've gotten everything else left. We have the Darnassus daily fishing quest, which we've done today and got the bag for that. But eventually we'll get something from there. We have actually completed the Sagefish Delight item here. You can see I just... can't use it yet because I don't have the cooking, which I will get that eventually, probably here in Darkshore, to be honest. So we'll be able to equip that. And then this deer that we have not loved yet is actually not correct. We have the deer. We'll see if it shows us the achievement. Sometimes it'll show us the achievement down here, but it's to all the critters. To all the critters I've loved. I loved before. Or I've loved and lost. Maybe it's I've loved and lost. Maybe it's I loved before. Whichever one it is. So all the critters I've loved and lost, loved before. I have deer. So for some reason, it's not tracking on all the things, but we are essentially done with Teldrassil. We just need the Keen Machete and to get our fishing or cooking up, which will happen shortly. So we're not too worried about that. And then we'll have pretty much everything for this entire zone done. And we've started Darkshore. Yeah, so I started Darkshore early because the rare spawns are slow. And that's what we've been doing with the Thurgrill. So I'm in Darkshore right now, grinding out the quests, and then coming back to kill Thurgil once he respawns about every 30 minutes or so. Right now, his last kill was 12 minutes ago. And then once we finish the quests, we're also going to keep an eye on the rare spawns. Obviously, in Darkshore, we only need one drop, the dagger from Lady Vespa. And then we'll have the entire zone done from a questing perspective. We're also farming mats on the way so we can level up cooking and all the different crafting professions. So we'll have classic crafting done by the time we finish all the old world zones. And then we can also craft ourselves the transmogs associated with the characters that we're going to be building. So that's kind of what we're working on across the board. That's where we are right now. We unfortunately ran into the death of some characters today in the quest line, so that was a little sad. And we'll pick things up probably tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and go until about 2 o'clock, and we'll be back ready to roll then. So glad to connect with you, Mischief. Hopefully we can see you again in here and create a character and join along, dude. This has been a fun journey reconnecting with the game and exploring it in a way I haven't before, and I really recommend you doing it. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.